I was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this good Wednesday evening. You know, we back to build on this boxing, man. Your boy made it. Your boy made it, man. I had a hell of a day, but we made it here. We're going to talk some boxing. We're going to build just like it's 4 o'clock. You dig? Nothing changed, but we're just here a little bit later. We're going to squeeze this combo in. We're going to build real quick. You dig? Gonna get to it, man. Y'all already know, man. Smash the like button for you boys. Sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. If you got social medias and you rocking with your boy, share the lives. Share the lives. Let everybody know we about to go in. You dig? Shout out to the family, man. Always rocking out with your boy Rude Exposure. What it do, homie? Jordan, what's good, bro? Doug, who? Hey, we gonna get right on to it too. All things. What it do, homie? Pepe Le Pew, what's good, family? He said, I don't want to hear this 2-year layoff shit. I'm saying, he said, I'm tired of it. Del Santos for to knock his ass out, plain and simple. Okay. Keyshawn, slow footwork, not fast enough for Edwin's speed. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out the hard way. Ain't nothing slow about Keyshawn, man. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Jusdu was in the building. Lee, what it do? Cornelius, what's good, family? How you feeling? CJ, Rich. What it do, homie? Yeah, I had dinner this time, y'all. I made it to get some dinner, y'all. Boots should come out to boots on the ground. That's cool. Boxing Menu Podcast. What it do, homie? Shout out to the fan, man. Smash the like button for your boy. Support the grind, and we gonna build on it. So look, we here to talk about it, man. We know he said we need to see combat boots come Saturday. Nah, for real. Boots gonna put hands and feet on peoples, man. He gonna put hands and feet on folk. But man, interesting news, man. Interesting news, y'all. I thought De Los Santos, I thought he ducked Keyshawn. Nah, seriously though. I told people to chill. I'm trying to tell people to chill. So I thought I'm just trying to get some clarification. I thought he ducked him. Like, what happened? What happened that fast, man? I did not sit up here and did not sit up here and tell y'all that dudes don't be scared to fight, that dudes don't be running from smoke, that duck shit be sounding silly. Didn't I tell you people be prematurely placing jackets on fighters without no off limited information, not caring about the entirety of the situation? Rush to judgment. Now y'all gotta walk it back. All y'all duck people, y'all gotta walk it back. Y'all just do said it. Y'all gotta walk it back. Y'all not low, y'all not slick, and y'all seen it. I seen you. Yeah, I did. I seen y'all out there. Seen y'all thought he'd up. I thought he'd up. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's a great fight. Y'all moving Keyshawn moving strategically. Yep, behind the hands TV. So that damn duck died quick, didn't it? And McQueen, the professor, he said, duck. Los Santos had no merit. Hey, no, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. And they're not going to apologize. In the words of my guy, Dean, by any means, y'all owe De Los Santos an apology. Where my guy Dean at, man? I wish he was here just so he could say it. Man, y'all owe Edwin De Los Santos an apology. Shout out to my dog Dean, man. I know he's somewhere. I can't wait to see his video. Y'all owe my apology. Get to it, man. Get to it. But look, man, all seriousness though, I get it, bro. I get it. You got to report what you felt like it was, yo. If you felt like it was a duck, then that's cool. Well, who am I to tell you how to feel? But I'm glad this situation happened this way, y'all, because this is a prime example as to why I don't value duck talk over here. I don't really care to have those conversations because I know that's not the reality 9 times out of 10. I know that don't be the case. It'd be a financial snag, like I told y'all. What was the initial reason why he wasn't taking the fight? Because he was getting lowballed. Top rank offered $400K. From what he was saying, his promoter told him it was $225K. That's $175K difference. And to think he probably was going to get his cut off the top. So you could understand right off the bat why Edwin De Los Santos will be like, no, because you being treated bad. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty work. So I understood it. This is why I didn't call him a duck. I reserved all judgment. And for situations like this, I feel good that I didn't put no jacket on that man. And I stayed consistent. And I told y'all, man, these narratives, I know they good. They get the clicks and shit, but these dudes are not scared to fight. You think De Los Santos getting offered $400K to fight anybody else? He came off a loss and the worst performance of his career and inactivity, bro. And inactivity. And he about to get this opportunity. You think he don't need this opportunity after sitting on the sideline that long? You think he don't want this opportunity? But y'all quick to call him a duck because you won't use no damn logic. These dudes need money. They need to get paid. He ain't out here turning down no bag. These dudes ain't scared to get punched in their face. This is what they've been doing all their life. It's a prime example. And while we at it, put some damn respect on Keyshawn Davis' name. Y'all all bogus. Most of y'all on YouTube, I ain't trying to hear it. I was around. I sat here and watched how y'all sat and shitted on that dude since he was like 4-0, talking about he ain't fighting nobody. Now you sitting there looking silly in the face because instead of calling boxing how it should be called and appreciating the talent that he is, you trying to shit on him and slight him and say he ain't fighting nobody. Now you got to sit there looking goofy in the face because you got to give him his just due. You have to. You got to. It ain't no middle ground no more. You have to. Win, lose, or draw, you got to give that man his credit. Y'all doubted him. Now he running towards the smoke. Now what y'all talking about? I thought he ain't fighting nobody. I thought he was on the top ranked diet. What happened to that shit? I thought he was on the top ranked diet. You see what happened when you just don't appreciate boxing? You end up looking silly in the face. Now this man about to go out there, get another homecoming, June 7th. And De Los Santos is all for the smoke. I told y'all the dude wasn't scared to fight nobody, man. He ain't scared to fight. He want an opportunity and that bag. You telling me he get a chance to fight for a title again, coming off a loss and all that inactivity, and they about to offer him a career high payday. You think he don't want it? You think he don't want it? What makes you think he don't want that money? Do you think getting punched in the face is so scary to him when that's all he know? that he don't want that bread and that opportunity? You got to be shitting me. He playing with house money right now. He playing with house money. If he come out with a win, do you know how crazy it'd be for him? He changed his whole career if he win this fight. Got to give people their credit, bro. Just got to, bro. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis for being a real one. For being a real one and standing on business, being a businessman for real, making the fights that people want to see. Y'all keep trying to say he ain't fighting nobody. He keep running to the smoke. Y'all done downgraded his last 2 wins. You done said the Limos win wasn't shit. Baranchik was easy. You get what I'm saying? Now what y'all gonna say? Y'all, let me guess. Santos lost to Shakur. Now y'all about to flip it. Now for the people that still hating, now they gonna have to flip it. Get what I'm saying? Well, Santos lost to Shakur anyway, so that ain't nobody. Watch. I love this. I love it. It is a sweet victory. I love it. Y'all got to get that man his just due today. And shout out to my guy Dean. I'm gonna keep saying that. Y'all owe Delos Santos an apology, bro. Called that man a duck when all he wanted to do was go out there and fight, bro. The man wanted to go out there and fight. He wanted to go out there and scrap. Now we got us a good fight. What they gonna say? What they gonna say now? What they gonna say? Who ain't fighting nobody? Who ducking? All them narratives falling by the wayside. Shits ain't aging like fine wine. Them narratives is spoiling like milk right now. Shit looking bad. People looking stupid in the face. You know what I'm saying? You looking crazy out here in the face, man. He done went out here. He done went out here and made a fight. You get what I'm saying? No sides of the street garbage. You ain't hear none of that. You know, Bob Aaron blocking fights. You get what I'm saying? None of that. They letting him be great. You get what I'm saying? This is a risk right here. And he all for. He running to that shit full speed ahead, bro. Shout out to the youngin. Shout out to DB3, man. This is how you supposed to move. Rome, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Nah, that's what I was just saying. If he win, bro, he changed his whole career. Rome, he changed his whole career. This is a big opportunity for him. He's going to be motivated to win. So this is a dangerous fight just because of that. You get what I'm saying? De Los Santos want to prove himself since losing to Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And he get to do it against his brother. It's a story there. He get to do it against a guy that he look at as his brother. Man, he gonna break the internet for a minute. He gonna break the internet. He'll put a pause to everything Keyshawn Davis been building if he pull it off. You get me? So he got an opportunity. This is a great fight. This is what you want to see. I think everybody in boxing should support it. Nobody should have nothing to complain about. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all want people to take challenges. Y'all want people to take risks. And that's exactly what he's doing. I don't want to hear shit. Keyshawn, go out there and be great, man. Whoop his ass. I don't care how bad you beat him. Kick his ass, bro. Boxing expert, what it do, homie? Yeah, man, I couldn't make it on that for my apologies, man. Baby boy was sick. So he had me in the headlock. But we squared some time in to build on some boxing for a bit, man. Shout out to the fam rocking out with your boy. And we gonna keep the build going. Yeah, this is gonna be a great fight, man. This is great for boxing, man. This is what you want to see, bro. Guys go out there and take challenges, yo. So it's just not a lot that I could say negative about this situation, bro. He moving exactly how you want him to. You know what I'm saying? So much for the top rank diet, right? So much for that. Because hey, I know for sure we all understand De Los Santos don't fight on the top rank, right? But he about to go out there to Norfolk and try to upset the apple cart, man. Keyshawn is building right now. He buzzing right now. You can say what you want. He buzzing right now. He beating ass, knocking people out in quick fashion. Last couple fights been quick as hell. He been kicking all types of ass. And that's what I'm saying. And now he in a space where they gonna start hating, but they're gonna have to give you credit at the same time. Watch how weird it get. Instead of just giving this man his just due for being on top of his game right now. I'm telling you. So it's a lot of people that feel like Edwin De Los Santos got a chance. And look, he do, to be fair. He cracking with both hands. He's athletic. He got good feet, right? He's a solid fighter. He's a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? He's not a stupid fighter at all. But he got his hands full with this Norfolk, Virginia native right here. I tell you that. Keyshawn is on one right now. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think he's running into Keyshawn at the wrong time. I do. I don't think that's somebody that you want to run into coming off a layoff and a bad performance. He been surging. He building momentum. I believe in momentum in sports, especially boxing. He been kicking ass, bro, and it's going to be hard to slow him down. He confident, but not overconfident. He got Bomac in his corner. They continue to build. The chemistry they got is crazy. And you seeing it within the performances, bro. And Bomac asks him to do something, he's able to go out there and execute. That's a great relationship that they got going on, bro. Because of it, they gonna be you get me? They on top of their game, bro. Like they not coming to play. De Los Santos, your ass is getting kicked, G. You did. Secret dance move. Keyshawn stands his ground. Fights unlike Shakur. I don't know why we keep doing that. I'm gonna say this again. I try not to do this, and I be trying to cook, but y'all always do this. So look, watch this real quick. Secret dance moves. He got 23 fights. How many fights did he not fight in the pocket? Go ahead and go. What fights is it that he's running in? What fights is it that he don't stand his ground? Let me know right now. Because I know you're going to say the De Los Santos fight. So that's a gimme. That's a gimme. Now name me another fight where you seen it. Name me another fight where he don't be in the pocket. Show me. Because I seen them all. Y'all keep saying this like, I'm telling you, it's not about defending the fighter. It's about understanding boxing. You got to know what you're watching, bro. Santos, all right, that's one fight. Now, it's 22 other fights that he got. Name me the fights where he didn't stand his ground, where he don't fight in the pocket. Name me him. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. You should be able to name me the fights that he don't stand his ground besides De Los Santos, where he was clearly injured and sick. But we're going to give you that. That's one. There's 22 more. Now, name me some more fights. Watch how this go, y'all. Watch this. Go. Name them. Name the fights. Telling you, bro, over here, I don't want to police the chat, but I just want us to have realistic stuff to add to the conversation. Let's not stop coming in here trolling and just saying anything. I'm telling you, I really watch this shit. I really study this shit. The dude fights in the pocket more than anybody gives him credit for. You hear the fighters that fight him. They say it. He ain't like he running. He be right there in front of you. You're hearing the opponents that he fight saying this. They're not saying he running. You get what I'm saying? It's the fans because they don't understand boxing. They're looking at one fight and they like, yo, he runs. Nah, again, no. We're not going to move the goalposts. Name me the fights, bro. You said you seen nearly all of them. So you name one fight. Name me the fight where he don't stand his ground and he don't commit. Show me the fight. Where? You should be able to name them. Are you just talking about one fight? You get what I'm saying? I'm about to prove a point. I got to do this. Bro. I got to do it. Show me the fight. Name me the fights. Nah, you got to name me the fights. Don't say all of them. That's disingenuous, bro. Now you know what? You got it. I see where your level of knowledge is. So I got to let you, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing. You clearly don't have an answer. So okay, I back to what I was saying. Shout out to my dog Ace, man. He said Boots look like he having a hard weight cut. You know what, Ace? I don't think so, right? I think he'll be all right. I think we feel like that every time, right? But just look at it this way. He's gonna be able to rehydrate fully because he ain't got to worry about that IBF 10-pound rehydration. So he should be good come fight night. You get what I'm saying? I don't think I don't think he bad. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be fine, bro. I do. I really do. I know. It's okay to have that concern for him, and I understand why. But I think Boots will be fine. I think he'd be fine. But like I said, we gonna keep building. I just be making my points, and I do it respectfully. Y'all just be talking. Y'all gotta start coming with better stuff. Like, stop just talking. Be a real boxing supporter. Don't just be a fan of fighters. Be a supporter of the sport. That man displays the sweet science on the highest level. Now, whether you like it or not, that's cool. But let's be genuine about what we actually seeing. To say somebody that, is a runner and you can't name the fights, to say somebody don't commit and you can't name the fights, and the guy fights mostly more in the pocket than you realize. You get what I'm saying? That's nasty work. You got to know what you're watching, bro. Can't look at one fight and be like, yeah, that's what he is. And then he showed you 20 plus other times exactly what he is. And you're going to ignore all of that and say, this one fight, that's what he is right there. He a runner. He this. Nah, bro. We got to be more genuine with our responses, with our commentary. Let's be men. Let's have real adult, grown boxing conversation without trying to trash a fighter, especially with no substance behind it. That shit is like tiresome. Like, build these dudes up, bro. Build these dudes up, because I guarantee you this. Any of these fighters that you shit on, any of them, if they were your cousin, your friend, your brother from your hometown, you'll be bigging them up. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta, you can't tear down one of the most successful fighters in the sport. Your argument is always gonna fall by the wayside. It's nothing you get what I'm saying? You got to be able to prove that shit in the ring, man. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog G Peasy, man. How you feeling? He said, like Floyd, man, for real, bro. For real, man. They just be not, they just don't. That's why I say every single time I make people like I prove that y'all really don't have no substance behind your commentary. You just repeat and regurgitate what other people say with no substance. Like you can't name no fights. You just talking. So you gotta do a better job, bro. You gotta do better, man. Gots to do better. You know what I'm saying? Gots to do better. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this. Like I was saying, man. Why I particularly like this for Keyshawn, because it's getting to a point, right? Like I said, y'all, they gotta respect him. And anything less, you just look like a hater. You can't say he's scared. You can't say he on the top rank diet no more. You can't say he ain't fighting nobody. You can't say he ain't going after challenges. You can't say none of that. You can't say it. He kicking ass and he doing it the right way. He chasing down active smoke, bro. He wants smoke. You think the guy, he can't beat somebody or somebody dangerous, that's who he want to fight. You gotta love it, bro. Got to. Virginia 10-pound rehydration equals Davis knockout. John Wick, what it do, homie? Yeah, it might be. Shout out to all things. I'll try to give him grace, but then he said, "Oh, that shit so he clearly be disingenuous." Nah, he good. You can leave. You can let him be. I just be wanting to school these dudes. They don't be pissing me off. I just be sharpening my sword on them, Rome. That's all. You know, I just be wanting to really like make it make sense, and they can't do it. It just be unnecessary criticism, like, and slander, like for nothing. Like you just making up shit. It's sad, but I know one thing: Norfolk, y'all got y'all a homecoming. Y'all got y'all a homecoming. Y'all got y'all a homecoming, y'all. You got you one. You did. You got Keyshawn and De Los Santos, man. That's great for boxing. Like I said, you got young fighters going out there and testing themselves. De Los Santos is a young dude that definitely coming off a rough ass performance and some health concerns with some blood clots and things like that. So, you know, that inactivity is gonna bite him, I think, against Keyshawn. I think the inactivity gonna bite him. Me and bro was talking. When you sit out that long, you naturally you gonna pick up weight when you're not healthy and you having, you know, clots and things like that stopping you from, you know, probably doing anything physical, right? You're gonna pick up some weight. So what might have had happened, and he's a young guy that sat on the sideline, given that much time and being inactive, he could have picked up weight. So what I'm saying is, I don't know how good he's gonna look at this weight. I don't know how good he's gonna look. You get what I'm saying? I have no idea how he's gonna look, and I'm not giving nobody no out. I'm not taking no credit. I'm just being real. Like, it's gonna be a couple variables that's gonna put him in a situation where it's not gonna be favorable to him. You get what I'm saying? That's what I really believe. Like he could mess around, have a tough weight cut, all that. But then again, he might be all right because he's young. But young and sitting on the sideline, dude's always growing. You seen how Devin Haney grew. Like that was Santos. Last time I seen him, he looked a little heavy. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. But I think Keyshawn gonna cook. I think he gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? I think you might be right behind the hands. Yeah, man. This would be great if Davis win. Yeah, Roach was good with it. Now this one is on. So what happened was, so let's talk about it, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. Let's build, man. But so what happened was, based on what De Los Santos released, he said that his manager told him, you know, 225K. But come to find out, you know, Top Rank was offering him 400K. So that's 175K difference. You get what I'm saying? That he just wasn't accounting for. So I don't know whatever happened with that confusion. That offer still remained. I'm hearing De Los Santos accepted it. So he must have got the money situation worked out with his side. And now we got it. Keyshawn got him a homecoming. He got him an opponent for June 7th. So Norfolk, Virginia, man, back at the, what is it, the 757. Edwin and 2, Roach, you a fool. It had a tough weight cut. Only being able to rehydrate 10 pounds, Santos is gonna feel it. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be some things, man. You get me? It's gonna be some obstacles, I think, or some challenges, however you want to look at it, before he even get in the actual ring to fight. Right? It's gonna be some things that he got to get over and overcome. And definitely being out for a while is one of them. Being out, you got to worry about ring rust. It's a real thing. All these dudes are human, right? You don't know how much the blood clotting situation affected him physically, right? Did it take anything away from him at all, right? Did it put him at more of a disadvantage, right? Because I could imagine that situation going on. He really couldn't be active the way he wanted to be, right? So that you sitting around probably picking up weight. Now you're gonna have to cut and get down and work hard as hell. Then you're gonna have to worry about that rehydration, man. It might end up stacking the deck against him a bit, but I think when it's all said and done, he'll be able to perform. But I'm telling y'all already, I could picture how this fight gonna go. De Los Santos, this is a title fight. This is a 12-rounder. I've seen him fight 10 rounders and slow down. I've seen him I've seen him taper down about round 5, and you get what I'm saying? It kind of simmer down a bit, bro. If you do that against Keyshawn, I think you're going to get cooked. I'm telling you. Because one thing about the youngin', he got a good gas tank. He controlled the pace and the tempo of a fight very well. He go through the gears very well. Really smart guy. His approach is spot on, man. And he take chances, but they're calculated. He take the right kind of chances. And Keyshawn is smart with it, bro. I believe in his pedigree. I think his defense is underrated. You get what I'm saying? He don't get hit flush a lot. You get what I'm saying? He don't get hit with a lot of flush shots. Of course, everybody get hit. Not saying he don't, but talking about with flush, clean. Like, you get what I'm saying? He's defensively responsible for sure. So, and he just only grown as a fighter. So this would be his 14th fight. This would be a legit title defense for him at home. I think he gonna cook, bro. I think he gonna cook. I think De Los Santos got his work cut out for him for sure, y'all. I do. And it ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? You got a young, confident Keyshawn Davis that's hungry and want to keep proving it. You get what I'm saying? And it seemed like he fighting for the right things. He got his business in order, right? He got his personal life in order. Like, shit just going the right way for him, right? That shit matter, and it's good. You want to see that for him. You get what I'm saying? You really want to see that for him. So I just think he can focus on being a fighter and just being great, right? Just going out there, having a hell of a training camp. You know him and Bomac gonna cook. You know they're gonna put together something nice, right? They're gonna put together something nice. So it's gonna be a good ass fight, bro. It really is, man. Shout out to Big Keith. What's good with it? Soon as Keyshawn see him slow down, he gonna get him out of there. Mark my words. Telling you, I think he gets start getting picked on if when he slow down. Big Keith, Celestial Being, what it do, homie? Good fight for both. Isak versus George Kambosos on the undercard. We good too. Kambosos, I believe is fighting Hitchens, bro. Hey, what's good with it, my dog? How you feeling? Speaking for Keyshawn the Tyrant, Keyshawn Tyrant, one of the tank weight drains people, but Keyshawn himself fighting the dude coming off multiple injuries, a long layoff, rehydration clause. I mean, but he's not putting a rehydration clause on him. So the situation is different. And at the same time, like, this is what we do in boxing. I look at it like this. Is Edwin, or is he not a good challenge? Is he not a worthy opponent, right? Right? It's not an in-house fight, right? It's a risk. It's a dangerous fight. You get what I'm saying? I think injuries are a part of the game and activity is a part of the game. He giving him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And De Los Santos is playing with house money, bro. Like, he ain't even, you get me? He ain't even gotta win. Like, he probably ain't even expected to win because of some of the things you just mentioned, right? From being out of the mix. But like, at the end of the day, it's boxing. Like, he wanted the challenge. He wanted the opportunity. De Los Santos was the one. You get what I'm saying? Asking for it, bro. You get what I'm saying? Tagging him like, oh, you forgot about our conversation. Keyshawn said, okay, here you go. What's good? You get me? Yeah, I think he is too. Hey, I think he is. Damon, what it do, homie? Pugilism, what's good? So that when DR fans from Norfolk coming out too, win or lose, they're gonna turn into Keyshawn fans. I'm telling you, Edwin top 5 lightweight. Yeah, I see him stopping Tank and Loma low key, you a fool. presents a fair bit of danger, right? But a tad bit overstated. Yeah, for sure. I get that. I think that's fair. And even if Evan would have got a prelim fight, I wouldn't be mad. Jesus Ramos has been super active. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, if you're De Los Santos and you get this opportunity that you just asked for, you take it because it's the best thing for you. And if you Keyshawn, you got to look at him like, yo, he giving it. This is a dangerous guy to fight. You could have fought somebody else for a homecoming fight. Just look at it that way. He could have took a lesser guy. He's taking a guy that the consensus is he's dangerous and he's a top lightweight, right? He's considered a top lightweight. So I respect it. You get what I'm saying? I respect it. I respect it, bro. I definitely respect it 100%, bro. I do. I really respect it. I do. Where the opponent, yes, I think De Los Santos and ready, in my honest opinion, needs a quick tune-up. Yeah, I get you. But you get me? He got to take the opportunity because he wouldn't have had a chance, no other chance. You get me? Shout out to Big Dog Willie being a member for 12 months. The adventures of hair grease upset are coming. You stupid. I could be wrong. Hey, this crazy. Yeah. Proper matchmaking for Keyshawn. No folk, Virginia, stand up. You dig? Stand up, no folk. You dig? No folk, Virginians. Stand up, you dig? But yeah, man, it's just a good fight, bro. It's just a good fight. I know it's things to consider. But I'm not gonna shit on the fight because I think fighters, I think Edwin is of substance, right? You know what I'm saying? He just got some things to battle back from. No different than just look at it this way. Look at Earl Spence coming back off of what he came back off and fighting top guys. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like Edwin coming off of that type of situation, right? So it's fair game, right? It's a fight that should happen and need to happen, right? It's good for boxing. Edwin asked for it, right? I'm all for guys fighting dudes that want to fight him, and that's exactly what he's doing. He fighting a guy that want to fight him, giving him an opportunity, right? He like, okay, you asked for it now. Let's see what you do with it. And I'm telling you, he dangerous because he gonna be motivated to win too. He getting another title shot. He ain't deserved this. I don't even think he ranked. I don't even know where he ranked at in the WBO for real. You get what I'm saying? I don't even know where he ranked at in the WBO. So Edwin knocked out El Rai on 3. Remember that? Smoked him in 3. You know what I'm saying? Alejandro say Keyshawn will beat Edwin by decision. Possible. It's very possible, bro. Big Keith, shout out to my dog. Appreciate the love, man. For the calls. One love. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that support, my guy. Putting the color in the chat. Y'all hit the like button. We're going to build for a little bit. Pardon me. I just popped on late. My apologies. Like I said, man, I had a little, sick baby in the house. So we had to make some adjustments, man. My apologies, y'all, but we going to build.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Keith, my dog. Appreciate that, fam. He say, yeah, I'm with it because he asked for it. That's all. And I understand y'all concerns, but think about it. We don't give everybody that great shit. Earl ain't even give himself that grace. He screwed up. He came right back. He like, give me Danny. You get me? So Edwin De Los Santos ain't looking at it like, yo, I'm coming off an injury. He like, bro, I want this fight. So that's the thing. He ain't making any excuses. I ain't about to make none for him, but I'll highlight that those could be contributing factors as to why he might come up short. Other than the fact that I think overall and all around, I think Keyshawn is the better talent and the better fighter too, regardless of inactivity and injuries aside. I just think Keyshawn's the better fighter. You got him. He Brave Samson wants the money, most money possible for Edwin. Can't get that with low competition, right? That's a fact. Shout out to Motown. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Haven't come from 18-month layoff. I mean, that's part of the game. How many months layoff did Earl come back? And look at the kind of injury. That wasn't even it. That was a wreck. He got tossed from a car. Respect the EJ. Like, that's all I'm saying. Hell nah. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I'm just like, we can't do this every time. Because I'm pretty sure, right? And this is the thing. And I hate to do this, but I got to because it's real. We'll be very understanding of Edwin having injuries and inactivity, right? We'll be very understanding of that. But a certain somebody fought a fight with an injury and sick, and people wasn't trying to hear it. They was like, oh, you just fake it. You just said that because you look bad, right? Or you just making excuses. But see, it's funny with Edwin, we like, nah, man, he was hurting this and that. You see what I'm saying? We give certain fighters the grace that we don't give others. So for me, he asked for it, and I love it when you get what you asked for, because he might show you why he asked for it. But like I said, I think Keyshawn gonna show him why he shouldn't have asked for it. That's all I'm saying. It's not no shot at nobody, but I'm just saying that's how they call it. Somebody is like, oh, his stomach hurt, his hand hurt. He wasn't really injured. His injury was fake. They was going so hard that the young man ended up showing his MRI for his injury to prove to people that he actually was hurt. That's how bad it got, bro. So it's like, I don't see them trash people for the mention of them being sick or injured. They like, bro, you can't be sick. You can't be injured. But Edwin De Los Santos, we like, man, inactivity, man, injuries, right? And it's nothing wrong because that's what happened. But I just want to point that out. Some people be more understanding than others. I'm like that all the way around. I get it, bro. But at the end of the day, man, it's boxing, and they say you just got to be ready because you never know when that phone will ring. And, he was very vocal about this opportunity and wanting this fight. He was very vocal. He wanted it. That's what he said. He wanted this fight, bro. He wanted this fight, and now he got it. Now let's see what he do. Let's see what he do with it. You get me? Let's see what he could do with it, man. Yo, he just said, yo. Hey, Rome, bro. They don't know no better, bro. He probably one of the same people that said De Los Santos was ducking Keyshawn too. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Now we got us a fight. So yeah, man. You can't duck somebody that you in a purse bid with, dude. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have something real to offer to the chat besides hate, bro. I'm gonna time you out into infinity and beyond. Let him live. Don't time him out because I know y'all itching, but let him live. But he got to tighten up, man. He just talking nonsense. You're one of the first one to speak on the injury out. It was actually Mark Krieger who brought it up after the broadcast, and he was reluctant to acknowledge it. That's a fact. That's a fact, Aunt McQueen. That is a facto. And then from there, it spiraled into, oh, he wasn't really hurt. He just making excuses. And then people questioned it, and then he showed the proof. And then people had to sit there with the dumb look like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is, man. They just be mad because Youngin doing his thing. Yeah, man, I be trying to let them live, bro. I be trying to teach these youngins, man. They don't be getting it. I was talking about Shakur being sick before anyone. That's 100,000,000% fact behind the hands. That's all facts, bro. So, I mean, I'm just saying. So I really ain't making no big excuses for why this dude ain't ain't gonna do well, right? Shit, we seen people come back and perform, right? And more than just we seen people come back off of layoffs and kick ass, right? We seen people come back off of bad losses and inactivity, injuries, all of the above, and still win. So all I'm saying is fighting the De Los Santos, that's a dangerous fight. It could be a trap fight, right? This dude ain't got nothing to lose for real. Get what I'm saying? He ain't got shit to lose because he shouldn't even be here. So that's why I keep saying he playing with house money. You're not even supposed to be here. You really got here because somebody gave you an opportunity that you asked for. Starting to seem like these fake brothers is some real guys when it come to that smoke. I don't give a damn. Nobody say them fake brothers. They might not want to fight each other, but they damn sure want to fight the other guys. That's good. They damn sure want to fight everybody else. And I'm stamping that. Keyshawn is solidifying it. Corbin on that type of time. This is a great step in the right direction. You gotta love this shit for boxing, bro. Shout out to the man. Shout out to him, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Blue Hustle, man. What it do? They going, ain't no tune up after a layoff. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. So some people just get to it, man. It was hurting and lost Shakur at night. So I'm gonna get the TKO stoppage on Edwin. Keyshawn will help rebound from the loss. Man, Keyshawn gonna beat that boy ass. That's what Keyshawn gonna do. Keyshawn gonna be nice, healthy. Shout out to my dog Pooh the Kid, man. He said for always support my gym, enjoying life at this moment. Shout out to you, Pooh. Appreciate you always supporting me. Shout out to my dog. We just came to have a little quick combo, man. A little quick combo, yeah. Just a little quick chop up. Man, me ain't seen that man throwing up during sparring and refused to stop working. Shakur never brought it up. That's a fact, man. Boxing, while the other sports require some injury update, not boxing. Nah, they have to go through certain protocols though. Pugilism, maybe not no injury update, but they be having to confirm their injuries though. You know what I mean? You can't just like, you know, they ain't just, you know, up here making shit up. You know what I mean? So it just ain't like a, you know, the team sports for sure though. But dude was pretty honest about it, man. He just got through it. You know what I'm saying? He just got through it. Got through the worst night and still pulled off the win. You get me? So somebody is going to get KO'd. Get the injury update if it keeps you from playing, but trust and believe our pros will have players who play injured. Yacht me, you won't know anything about it. That's a fact. Some people just go in there and go. So that's what he was trying to do that night. That's why I commend him more than the average person, because some people look and they like, oh, you just didn't do good. It was a bad performance. I look at it, I know what he was fighting against, so I understood how to respect it for what it was. I understood that the average guy, the average fighter, wouldn't even went in there and took the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I like how he stand on business. I like how this Norfolk, Virginia native Keyshawn Davis stand on business. He show you that he really everything he say he is, and you can't deny him. You can't deny him. You can't deny him. Shout out to my brother D1. He says, salutations, my bro, June 7th. Let's go. I'll be there. Let's go, man. No, folk. No,
and
folk.
we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog D1, man. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, my dog. You gonna keep building, y'all, man. This is a good one, though, man. It's a good one. It's a good one. Injury updates and other sports are designed to alter bet odds. 100% fact. You know it. You know it. You know it. Know it. So look, man. I also wonder how they're gonna fill out this undercard. My guess is they'll put some more of the top ranked fighters up there. So I'm guessing that the card will end up being solid altogether. They already starting with the main event is gonna be what it's gonna be. You already know how Keyshawn come in and what he been on. So I think they're gonna pack it with some more top ranked young talent, and it's gonna be a good night of boxing. I do. I think that homecoming gonna be another success. Don't be surprised if his numbers do better than the first time. That's just what it is. He building. It's hard to not like what he doing right now, and that's why I say, man, are you really a fan of the sport, or are you looking for a reason to not support these young men for something they said? Like, right? I'm judging dudes off of how they fight. And that dude getting that ring, he all business. He really is the businessman. He got his own style, but he got like a hint of Bud Crawford going on with him. And I like it. He got that mean streak like Bud, and he be wanting to beat you up. And I love it. The dude, when he say he like to fight, he really do like to fight. Like, that's why I say, man, do you really like boxing, or do you just like certain boxers? Because he give you exactly what you asked for, right? So y'all don't like super defensive guys. Y'all don't want guys to, you know, make you miss and make you pay. You want a guy to walk to you and get to it, right? That's exactly what he give you. But he do it with, you know, behind responsible defense. He do it with, you know, going through the gears, controlling the tempo and the pace the right way, right? He do that shit the right way. You get me? He do it the right way. So it ain't much not to like. And that's why I say I notice when it comes to these quote unquote fake brothers, it's never about their fights and how their fights look. It's always about what they said and what you felt like, how it made you feel on Twitter. Like they said this or they said that. It's never about the fights. And then when you try to highlight the fights, you don't get a man credit for who he beat up. You discredit the Lemos win, knowing how good Richardson Hitchens is, and he went out there and gave that man hell. Richardson Hitchens, who's now a champion, legit champion, you get me? Keyshawn goes out there and chop him up. He running around. He came into that ring $160, a damn middleweight. Keyshawn stops him early, and then they take credit for it. They take credit from it. Then he turns around and polishes all Baranchik, and they call it the top ranked diet and say, yo, he was set up. They just gave that belt to you. Like it's like people just don't appreciate boxing for what it is. That dude be beating ass, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I'm watching with a watchful eye. I done seen Keyshawn fight in person. That dude beat ass, bro. He get in there and get to it. Like, he really get in there and give you everything you want, bro. He really get in there and give you everything you want. And you still got people complaining. He ain't fighting. He ain't doing this. Now they about to complain that De Los Santos, you know, been inactive, coming off a loss, a bad performance, and calling for the smoke. Nah, he getting exactly what he asking for. You opened your mouth, now you gonna get it. Now you got to bring your ass to Norfolk and get cooked in front of all his fans, because he cooking. I'm picking Keyshawn. I think the fight would be competitive. It'd be a good test for him, but I think he got what it takes. I think he gonna figure it out. I think he's the better overall talent, more pedigree. More proven at this point too. Better wins. You get what I'm saying? Better gas tank. You know what I mean? All around skills. I don't think De Los Santos would be something that he can't figure out. I don't. Shout out to my dog Marcus. What it do, Mr. Empire? What's good, homie? Keep it that fighter every time he stepping. I'm telling you, yo, he be stepping on business, bro. Shout out to Big Dre. Yeah, man. I couldn't make it at 4. Baby boy is sick, but we squeeze in some time, man. So we gonna build for a minute, y'all. Aaron, what it do? What about now? Make Mason versus Sheehy. That's a good fight. I like Sheehy, Aaron. I like Sheehy. I do. I like Sheehy. He can fight. He can fight. I think Mason is doing bad, but he can fight. And he'll compete as long as it lasts. But I think he'll get done in. He's showing that fight in spectacular fashion. Fighter of the year candidate. That talk to him, bro. Talk to him. He gonna cook him. I think so too, bro. I think he's gonna cook him. I think regardless of inactivity, injuries, layoff, bad performance, whatever. I think he got what it takes to beat that dude. Get what I'm saying? He gonna get the people some of what they want. He gonna give you what you looking for. So it shouldn't be nothing to complain about. It should be an entertaining fight, because you know how Keyshawn give it up, right? Like he really liked to fight. Like he said, he liked to mix it up. He got that Bud Crawford temperament, right? That dog in him that people like. He get aggressive. And that's the way he show his dog. He get in there and get to you. You know what I'm saying? And some people just make sure you can't get to them at all while they continue to get to you, and they dog you that way. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see this fight, man. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they're going to fill the card out with some more top-ranked talent. You know what I mean? The Tiger Johnsons, those type of, you know what I mean? I hope so, because I would like to see him back again, too. He looked good at his first fight at 47. Say he just getting started? Yeah, he is. He's just getting started, but it's a good start to him. It's a good start for him, right? It's a great start. And that's why I say he'll be, 14? What is this? It'll be his 14th fight, I believe. Really 15, but they took one from him. So this would be his 14th official win if he get the dub. He cooking, bro. And like I said, like behind the hand said, bro, a spectacular win, an impressive win. Fighter of the year type candidate, yo. Because it's like he rose from out of nowhere. Like all they did, all y'all haters, y'all literally birthed Keyshawn Davis. Y'all birthed him because y'all literally hated the man. Y'all hated the man because he confident all the way into this spot. Now you got to support him. Now you got to rock with him. Now you got to give him his just due. Are you weird? You get what I'm saying? You ain't got to like him, but you got to be like, yo, that kid can fight. That kid can fight. Y'all birthed him. All that hating, and that man stayed focused. I remember when y'all was calling him when he had the little hiccup in the Nair Albright fight, and y'all was calling him weed heads, and he ain't really focused. He don't take boxing serious, and now that man done locked in. Now he done locked in. Now that shit looking spooky. Now y'all, like I said, y'all sitting over there looking different, feeling different, and y'all got to revisit that conversation now. Now you're looking at one of the better young talents in the sport. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Win, lose, or draw, that's still what it is. And he coming to kick ass. Watch. Think he gonna impress some people with the way he win. I think so, yo. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdueboxing. Key gonna kick ass. You dig? Shout out to pugilism. Dante's boxing talk, my homie. What's good with it? Tiger been working with a real one. All I'm gonna say, appreciate you, Big Keith, man. Appreciate you, bro. Omar, what it do? I ain't know you can't. I don't know how you can't like Keyshawn. I'm telling you, Omar, because you know what they'll do. Keyshawn gets you mad with his confidence. Keyshawn piss you off just by doing him. You know what I'm saying? I done seen it. Dude just be living life, enjoying, talking shit to fighters, wanting to fight. They be like, look, he talk too much. He ain't really like that. He ain't want. You see how he did when Frank Martin walked up on him. Yeah, you see how he acted. He told Frank Martin, "Here, fill him up." You get me? Keyshawn really like that. He one of the ones, y'all. He one of the ones, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it, bro. You gotta be able to appreciate the youngin, man. He a breath of fresh air, bro. He got that old school mentality to me, and I ain't even trying to put him in that box, but he do. Like he with that shit. Like whatever you telling him he can't do, he with it. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he on. So it's only gonna get better. The more he stay focused, the more chemistry, the more he grows as a fighter with Bomac. Like I said, that chemistry is top notch. That shit is second to none. And it's very impressive to see what they building over there. And to think Bomac, you know, he coached several fighters. You get what I'm saying? But that chemistry with them, like I said, they the second coming. Like they remind me so much of Bud Crawford and Bomac. I swear, like a 2.0. They do. I promise you. Keyshawn definitely got that. He definitely remind me of that. He got that Crawford-esque like energy to him. And the way he building with Bomac like that, he gonna carry that torch when Crawford retire. As far as a guy that's training with Bomac, like I don't never want to see him train with nobody else. That I think that's the best guy to train him, because anytime you can yell, like anytime you can yell in a crowd, bro, for specific instruction, bro, for a fighter to do something very specific, and he's able to accomplish it and do it, bro, that shit is special, bro. It's like it's easy to overlook, but you gotta respect it. Like I always play this clip, but I remember I was at this fight. Now I don't remember Bomac doing this live, but I remember being at this fight, and this shit like the cadence on them punches when he was like, "Hey, Key, boom, boom." Like if you look at the next two punches, like he just picks right up on that shit and delivers. Like you gotta rock with somebody like that. You got to. He coachable and everything. That's the thing, man. That shit, he just getting better, and they gonna have to appreciate him more and more as he continue to grow, man. That's why I'm rooting for him. You know, the better he do, the more people got to eat their crow, man. The more people got to eat their crow. I'll tell you what's going on. They don't know anything about boxing. That's a fact. Yes, Just has merch. Yes, I do. R Stokes, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Yes, sir. That Frank Martin joint was crazy. Key stood on business. And I said, y'all, true warrior. Y'all, he turned to Frank Martin and said, man, I feel like I F Frank Martin up. Straight like that. Tiger be everywhere. Last camp, he was here in Houston. Seen him do 8 rounds with Quentin Randall earlier this year. That's dope behind the hands. Yeah, Omar, they got great chemistry, bro. They got great chemistry together, and I think it's only going to get better as time goes. You know, all y'all that's talking Keyshawn this and Keyshawn that, if you're a lightweight and you outside of Shakur Stevenson, you better fight him now. And even that is going to be dangerous. But I'm telling you, the worst thing to do is wait to fight him and keep letting him get better and keep letting him get more fights under his belt and more confidence. I'm telling you, he's going to be somebody. Telling you, don't be the guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy half-assing and getting in there with that little maniac, because he want to fight. He want to fight. He gonna want that smoke. He want to fight, bro. I'm telling you. Rain in peace. How you feeling? Key gets better every fight, and Key gonna be on a real good team. I'm telling you, bro. Bro be cooking, bro. Every fight. It's just like his offense is sharper. His decision making continue to be spot on. Like he's a very consistent performer. Like outside of the one hiccup in the Albright fight, and he still won the majority of them rounds. Like all them shit's been dominant, man. They've been dominant or stoppages, and lately he been getting rid of shit. So he really cooking. He just cooking with something different, bro. And you just gotta give him. You gotta give him his just due. You have to. You have to give him his just due. Where Quentin Randall at now behind it? Oh yeah, Frank the Flinch Martin tried to push over Keyshawn, but it didn't go the way he thought it would go. Nah, yeah, you get me. He tried to walk off. Bro tried to walk off from an interview that he was having and run down on Keyshawn. That shit did not go well. It did not go the way he wanted it to go at all. At all, bro. That shit ain't go nowhere the way he wanted to go. Yeah, but Frank, see, you know what I had noticed, Now, look, nobody was scared of nothing like that. But I just like Keyshawn Davis' response more than Frank Martin's. And I'm going to tell you why. Frank Martin didn't have to do that. He was being interviewed, and right in the middle of his interview, he just seen Keyshawn and turned and beeline to try to approach him, and then gonna get mad, or he got like defensive at how Keyshawn was looking at him. But you literally just stopped your interview dead in the middle. You ain't say hold on to none. You just like walked off on dude to try to approach him, and it didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go. You try to check him, and then they asked you how would a fight go between y'all. He was like, I mean, think it'd be a good fight. You was a little too humble to be walking over there. Keyshawn, they asked him the same question. He was like, man, I feel like F Frank Martin up. And he looked right at him. I think I got that clip still. I might still have it in the phone. But nobody got punked or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. You know, Frank a dog. And that'd be a great fight if they fought. You know what I'm saying? Frank gonna hold it down because he really can fight. But I just like Keyshawn the way he handled it more, because he walked over in his space. You get what I'm saying? And then got defensive about how Keyshawn was looking at him. I'd have been looking at you the same way too, dude. You walk way over here. We doing separate interviews, bro. Gonna walk up like we on the street or something. Like keep looking at him like, man, what's up, man? What you want to do, man? But I love it, man. I love it. It's good for boxing, man. That was a good moment in boxing, man. Good little face off. Both fighters stood their ground. Frank Martin is a legit fighter, bro. He gonna make some great fights. I can't wait to see him in his bounce back fight too, because he's still a good fighter, and I still rock with him. Losing the Tank don't change shit. He's still a good fighter. Still a damn good fighter. You know what I mean? He put up and quiet as kept, he put up a damn good he put up a really good fight early, especially the first quarter of the fight in that scrap with Tank. He ain't just get blew out the water. You know what I'm saying? He did get drained and eventually slept, but you know, he did well early for the first 4 to 5 rounds or so. He was doing well. He was competing really well. But you know, it took a turn for the worse when Tank started landing on the body. And then backed him in the corner, set him up for the kill shot, and it was all she wrote. World Kickboxing Champion, Sweet Pea time. Frank versus Pitbull. Let's see that. I think Pitbull done at 140, and I could have swore. I'm almost positive, certain that Frank Martin said leave his name out of the 35 conversation. So that's the thing. Like, who is he gonna fight next? That's what I want to see. I want to see him bounce back, bro. I know he still could scrap, and people write you off so fast. You know what I'm saying? And the last time I seen Frank, he definitely looked like he a 40-pounder. Unless I'm just seeing him wrong, bro. He already carried muscle, but he looked like kind of like big. You know what I'm saying? But in shape though. But he definitely looked like he done with 35 the last time I seen him. I think he was interviewing or whatever it was in the gym, something it was. But the last time I seen him, he definitely looked like he done with 35. That's what it looked like. I think he should be. I think he should be after getting smashed the way he did you know, in the last fight and looking like somebody from the PJs. Frank versus Pitbull, it'd be crazy though. It would. Because his Pitbull gonna crash out. But I think Frank got the feet and discipline to deal with him. But he better not get tired, because I don't think he'll knock Pitbull out. And the longer he let him stick around, the more dangerous it'll be. Shout out to my dog. Hey, man, he said for baby, dude, that's love, man. We appreciate the support as always, my guy. Shout out to my homie. Hey, man, appreciate you. Frank, man. So, man, again, man, I'm happy that this fight is happening, but we're going to build. We got a few things to talk about before we get out of here. But like I said, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm not making no excuses for nobody. I'm with guys really giving dudes the opportunity, taking challenges that are dangerous. We know he's a two-handed fighter. De Santos is power in both hands. He got solid footwork, right? Responsible. We seen how well he was able to like handle himself, I guess, to a degree against Shakur. So the consensus is that he'll make a good test. He'll be a good test for anybody, right? At 35, whether he win or not, that's the question. That's another discussion. But we at least get to see him against another top guy, a little bit younger and newer comer of a fresh champion in Keyshawn Davis. So, you know what I mean? He might be able to make this thing competitive. He might be able to shake up the world. There is that opportunity to do so. But I just think Keyshawn is focused right now. And I believe in catching guys at the wrong time and it being the wrong time for you. Like, I don't think this is the ideal time for De Los Santos to fight a Keyshawn Davis. But I could be all wrong. He could prove me and whoever else think this way all wrong. But I'm telling you, man, I believe in, confidence, a guy building their confidence, their momentum, the chemistry with their coach, right? Just things going in the right direction. He got his mind right. He focused. He got a kid that he fighting for. He got a son, right? Family situated, right? They opened the gym. Like, he doing shit the right way. It's a lot that he got going on the right way. And all that shit, for him to be young like that and juggling the things that he juggling, to me, I'm not saying he the only one, but that takes an extreme level of focus and discipline to just have your affairs in order, right? Just on all ways around the board. So he clicking on all cylinders right now is what I'm saying. And you're not seeing like bad performance. You're seeing like progressions. You're seeing consistency and dominance, right? You're seeing that from him. So I think it continues June 7th against De Los Santos. Now, although he might be able to compete and be dangerous and all that good stuff, but when it's all said and done, he ain't getting his hand raised, bro. That belt standing in Norfolk. You get me? Shout out to the Clean Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Mike Ron, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? The Butcher in the building was good, fam. So did you see Full Schofield senior interview? If he mentioned that they had proof his son was poisoned. No, I didn't catch it. I did not catch it. Fabio Worley versus Miller. I like it. Fabio and Jarrell Miller. I like it, bro. Jarrell Miller looked like he was gonna snap. I had played the clip from him. He snapped the other day, man. He want to fight. I love his passion and his intensity, even if he lose, bro. Like, I never seen him not compete, Big Baby Miller. So I like him. I bet the Butcher. I'm gonna check it out. Shout out to Mill City. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, I'll check it out. I'll see what's up with it, man. I'll see what's up with why was Miller so mad. He said because I think they was being disrespectful. Did he slap Wardley? I thought I seen a video saying he slapped him. I didn't click it. Some of this stuff be clickbait. Did he actually slap dude? But he was pissed off. He was talking about disrespect, like that he be getting. Like, people be disrespecting, talking crazy, I guess. Like, and he just like he ain't in the mood. You piss him off. He's slapping the shit outside. Hey Miller, hey Roach, Miller was pissed off, bro. Miller had enough. Big Baby had enough of this shit, bro. He said, "Nah, this is it. Enough is enough. I'll be damned, man. I'll be damned if I continue to play with y'all at this rate." Big Baby said, "He ain't tolerating no disrespect, zero tolerance, bro. He gonna beat somebody's ass outside the ring too." Yeah, hey Roger, he was so mad. He was talking fast as hell. He was talking fast. I'm like, damn, he talking so fast. He couldn't even get it out. He was heated, bro. Big Baby was pissed off. Hold on, let me see if I got it still. Do I? I thought I did. He was pissed off, man. Y'all hit the like button for your boy, man. Yeah, hold on. Do I still have it? He was hot, but we're going to move on to the next topic in just a second. Oh, yeah, I do got it. What? Come on. Y'all disrespect people all the time. What do you expect? Fighters get disrespect all the time, and they don't want to come out here and play nice. There's a lot of disrespect behind closed doors. A lot of people run up on me asking me for shit, bro. There's a lot of disrespect y'all don't know about, bro. A lot of disrespect that goes on. Especially when you go to top of a promoter. A lot of disrespect goes on. You can't respect. And they don't want to talk about certain things. Listen, if anybody that's done an interview with me, I'm very articulate. I speak very well. But if you push my buttons, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Push my buttons, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Hey, dead serious too, yo. Hey, dead serious, yo. I might root for the underdog, Big Baby Miller, bro. I might root for the underdog. Big Baby Miller, bro. I'm telling you something about him that I like, bro. I'm telling you, he be dead serious, bro. You can say what you want about him. Say what you want. Say what you want about him, bro. But Big Baby be dead ass, man. Said be all kind of disrespect. Be all kind of disrespect behind closed doors. He couldn't even get it out. He was pissed off, bro. He was tripping. Man, he was hot. He's pissed about the song. He quoted lyrics saying, "I'm a big baby killer." Man, he was hot, bro. Oh, he actually did try to slap Worley, right? Yeah, I did read a headline. I didn't click the video though. But man, that's funny. Yeah, it's a good fight though. Yo, look, he despite of what people think about him, he always get in there and compete. And he not easy to deal with. At his absolute best, man, where he was throwing all them punches, he was really hard to deal with that high punch output like that, bringing that pressure, being able to take a good shot. You know what I'm saying? He tough as they come, but you see, Daniel Dubois had the answer for his ass. He had the remedy. The purse bid negotiations, 30-day period to negotiate and purse bid. You know what I mean? So they don't come up with what's the name that 70-30 split. I think they said it'd be in Stevenson's way, but that's what's going on right there. Shout out to my dog behind the hands. So yeah, that fight's still on. And then think about it, somebody will still be like, yeah, but he ducked him. It's crazy work, bro. Crazy work. This weekend live, hotel, casino, and Hanover, MD, no excuses, promotions, D Pro Box TV. A night of pro boxing, amateur boxing. Shout out to Big Drop Dre, man. Rocking with the amateur scene, bro. Rocking out with the amateur scene. But let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rocking, man. While we here for a bit, while I got y'all here for a bit, man. All right, so couple things, bro. Couple things. We already seen this date floating around. I don't know if this is being confirmed. I see it floating around just a bit, but it's just something to take a footnote on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it with a grain of salt for now until they really come out on their own and officially announce it. But they saying a rematch for June 21st, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I've been hearing that, but I'm not completely sure. We all know Lamont Roach did that interview with Andre Ward. I'm going to get to that in a second too, but he said hopefully the rematch get announced soon as well. So I just don't know exactly what the story is, but if that's the targeted date, then it is what it is. Boxing with 2-4, what it do? Day was good with it. Said Tank started training camp today. That's what's up. So yeah. So we're gonna get to that too. Day. Shout out to you. So that's what's being out floating around. That date. You already heard the date, so we'll just I'll give any update as I see it, as I get it, but that is something that's been floating around. I've been hearing this date for a while, so it could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing Vegas as well. So could very well be a thing. You know what I'm saying? But why I got that, I put the Gervonta Davis new trainer because, I've been getting sent this video, this picture, and I've been seeing people talking about it. And we all know, I think for the most part, some people know who this guy is, right? Coach Mustafa. You know the work he put in, man. He was just more recently training Tevin Farmer for them Zepeda fights. And you seen how he went out there and gave Zepeda hell in both of them fights. I think they had Tevin Farmer perform about as well as he could have with the guy that he was facing, to be completely honest with you. I mean, he gave him hell. You know what I mean? He really went in there fighting that guy's fight, to be honest, to a degree. And came up, short both times, but competed all the way through both times. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to hang your head about, nothing to be embarrassed about. It was just a good showing both times from Tevin Farmer. And for Williams Zepeda to be looked at as what they was building him up as, he underperformed both times. And Tevin Farmer was on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's Mustafa. If you see his work around, social media, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you get to run into his content, he a teacher, trainer. You get what I'm saying? He know what he doing in there. He drills shit over and over. He's very intentional, purposeful. Like he got you doing shit for a reason, right? You ain't just doing shit just to be doing it. And that's just something I picked up from watching him over the years. So he one of those guys that I don't mind watching his training videos and how he just work out with the fighters and drill the same shit over and over. Like he gonna get you right. Fundamentals sharp, you know what I mean? Technically sound. He gonna just have you in the right position, bro. And You know, I know it's some concerns whether or not if this is his official trainer. Now, I wouldn't go that far. I'll just say this is somebody that he working with, right? This just could be somebody he working with. Like, this is something we got to take into account, right? I know it's easy to overreact with this because it's Tank, but you got to think at that level, you're going to work with the best of the best. And I think that's what this really simply means, right? I don't know if this dude going to be taking a ring walk with him and be in the corner per se, but, you know, I see people, you know, reacting to it. So at the end of the day, man, I think it's nothing more than him just reaching out to what he sees as one of the best trainers, you know, that's out there, that's able to provide whatever it is he's looking for. And it was even a little short video that they posted together too.
We did how many rounds? We probably did at least like 8 straight.
Yeah, but you in the bag for about 8 too?
Yeah.
Looks good. You're not in bad shape.
Yeah. This guy pick up my
Of course. That's all.
What did it say?
We did how many rounds? We probably did at least like 8 straight.
Yeah, but you in the bag for about 8 too?
Yeah.
Looks good. You're not in bad shape.
Yeah. This guy pick up my
Of course. That's all.
Say they did about 8 rounds there, and then he said he did about 8 rounds on the bag too. So he said he ain't in bad shape. So that's good, man. That's good, man. Shout out to Tank. Omega Red, my God. Shout out to the real one, man. My God, man. How you feeling? So that's good, yo. Like for me, y'all know I get the news and I'm responsible with it. I don't make narratives out of stuff and none of that. So, like I said, I don't think this picture or that video can guarantee that Mustafa will be walking him to the ring or training him the entire camp. But maybe he has something to obviously offer the Tank where he can help him in some kind of area. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. So, you know, all change doesn't mean bad, right? You get what I'm saying? It could be growth. It could be you searching for something different as you evolving as a fighter, right? You just seek out different things, different expertise, different knowledge, right? I think that all helps you sharpen your game. And I think somebody in Tank's position, it would be wise for him to utilize his resources. And I think this is nothing more than that. I think he's utilizing a resource. I think Coach Mustafa is clearly a resource and considered, I think, an asset to the boxing community and the people that he's able to come in contact with. Like, the man knows his boxing. He's not for play. Like, I'm just saying this from watching him. Like, he had fun and all that, but he seemed like he just know his shit. And everybody is comfortable that work with him. He put you in position. Like, he had Tevin Farmer perform phenomenally, yo. You know what I'm saying? Mustafa is where you go to fine-tune your fighter. Hey, man, talk about it behind the hands. That you know what I mean? You said it better than me because that's what I think he can do. Provide fine-tuning. And if you a Tank Davis, you already got the tools, right? You just need to fine-tune them, right? You just need to brush up on some things, polish some things, maybe work on some stuff. Like maybe put some more focus in certain areas or something, right? That's all good for him. So that's all I see this being, right? I'm not about to over analyze this until I see more, right? Right now, he's just utilizing a resource like an intelligent young fighter's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to the people that can help you get to whatever that next level is in your career. And I think that's just what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I know people see a different trainer and they overreact and like, oh, where's coach? Where's coach? But you know, I can't answer that. But right now, like I said, even if he was to walk to the ring come fight night with this guy, he, in my humble, honest opinion, he'd be in great hands. You get what I'm saying? He'd be in great hands. How much chemistry that they'll be able to, you know, gain with the time that they got remains to be seen. But I just don't know the level or the extent of him working with him. This could be a one-off. This could be for a couple days, a week, or whatever. I don't know. But all I can say is that this is not a bad look. You heard him say how he been working. He doing rounds in. He putting that work in. He's saying he ain't in bad shape. So that's good. It looked like Tank is getting ready for the rematch. And, you know, it's ironic that when this came out, you start seeing them posting about the fight being in June 21st again. So hopefully that is the date. You know what I mean? I hope they come out soon and put a stamp on it so everybody could, you know, breathe easy and know exactly when the rematch coming. Mustafa fine-tuned Troy Nash for the WBC up-and-coming fighters tournament coming up in Dubai. That's dope, man. Shout out to Troy Nash. Shout out to Troy Nash, man. He got a bright future ahead of him. Shout out to Troy Nash, man. But yeah, that's all it says, y'all. I don't know if we can deem him his new trainer per se. That's why I threw the question mark, you know, because I know that's what people calling him. I've been asked about this, sent this picture and video, but like I said, man, Tank just being smart. He just I would call this crossing T's and dotting I's, right? Leaving no stone unturned, right? You know the sayings, right? That's all he doing. That's all it says. I don't think it's nothing more. I don't think it's no need to overreact. And I can't wait for the rematch. Can't wait for the rematch. But speaking of the rematch, speaking of this rematch, Lamont Roach went on Andre Ward's podcast and he did an interview with him, a damn good interview with some good information in it, man. We gonna get to it, man. We gonna get to it. Y'all hit the like button for me and we gonna keep rocking. We gonna get to it. SOG. This was a good sit down between these two. You know, Andre Ward, if you know his work, he always do great interviews, always asks good questions, always good energy.
I enjoyed it. Boxing became it outgrew football as my first love. Really? Yeah, for sure. Didn't take long. It ain't take long. Yeah. Was Pops training you early on? Nope, he's the cameraman. Really? Really? For sure. Yeah. So you got all that early footage when you first started? I lie to you not. We got crates. Oh, man. Say crates. That, man. VHS? I ain't that old. We got DVDs. I got VHS. Yeah. I had to transfer it over to digitally. Yeah. Yeah, we got DVDs. Yep. Yeah. Man, transfer that over when you can, bro. That's a gold mine. For sure. That's a gold mine. So when did Pop start training? So he started training me, I want to say 2007. I started boxing in 2004. My cousin Bernard Boogaloo Roach, he was my trainer from the jump. And he had his own gym called Fit to Fight. And, you know, when some stuff happened, the gym broke up, split up. You know, my cousin just went on his own. My dad was like, you know, the gym splitting up, what you want to do? Like, you gonna go with Boogaloo or you gonna, you know, stay at the gym or whatever? And I was just like, I'm going with Boogaloo. Yeah. Don't worry about all that, you know. That's my people. That's how you know. So when the gym split, my cousin Boogaloo said, he asked my dad, he's like, look, I need your help. You gonna help me train your son? You gonna help me train the rest of these kids that I got? It's been a wrap. So he Pop's introduction to being a trainer. For sure. Yeah, he's been learning on the job. That's crazy how his Pop's introduction to being a trainer was. You would have thought that he was training them from the rip, from the jump. But it's crazy how he picked it up and been learning on the job since. Because I don't give a damn what nobody say. And I feel like people don't speak about it enough. But the job that his Pops did in that corner was nothing short of phenomenal. That single-handedly was one of the best coaching jobs that you could have got for a fighter fighting on that level, on that stage. Lamont Roach Sr. was on point with his instructions, and Lamont Roach Jr. executed beautifully that night. That's crazy. What was it about boxing, you know, playing another sport? What was it about boxing that fed you in a different type of way? Like, what was it? Facts, Bond hands. That's like I said, fact, I was driven by being the best. When I got to high school, it was like, all right, I'm gonna play football and still try to box. I was losing weight. I was losing weight for fights. They was getting bigger. They was eating 5 times a day, creatine, protein shakes, all that. So it's a little different. I'm looking at it like I'm number one in the country at my age and weight. I just won a national tournament. I ain't playing football. Y'all can miss me with that. You know? But it's 1,000 people that's number one or number two. 1,000 more people better than me in my position than them, and they way big. Yeah, and that's a team sport too. It ain't nothing like everything being on you. Definitely. Yeah. Right. Definitely. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like boxing, y'all. You grew up in, you know,
None
DMV,
like it.
I don't know if y'all. I don't think y'all. If y'all from here, y'all don't call it the DMV. Huh?
Nah, we do. We call it the DMV. It's just certain parts of like. It's like specifically certain parts, especially when you're from there. It's more than likely DC, Maryland, and that's like Prince George's County and the closer counties surrounding it, excluding Baltimore, and then Virginia.
So you like being from that region, bro. Y'all they can scrap, they can fight for you.
Yeah.
And I seen that just being in the Nationals. You see certain cats, Philly cats pull up, Concrete Jungle. Then you see DC cats, and you see Headbangers. Then you see cats from Detroit and different parts. And you start realizing them, man, they can rumble. I mean, they cool, they all right, but they can go.
Yeah, the who's.
Being from like this part of the region, like it probably wasn't no average come up for you. Just like learning how to box, like you got to learn fast because there's some dogs in that gym, I suppose, right?
Yeah, definitely. So it's always been, especially since I've been boxing, it's always been a hotbed. You got to think our history is rich with world champions, even Olympians.
And great trainers.
And great trainers. So I think me coming up in this environment in the boxing game is just, perfect. It's suited because look at me now, out of my crop, out of the, surrounding age groups or whatever the case may be, maybe a few before me and a few after me. Look where I'm at.
Talk that talk,
you mentioned a couple
Lamont.
fights, but was you a street cat?
Look where he at.
Street fight type of cat, or was you got a lot of fights at school, or did your reputation keep people back?
So when I started boxing, it was like, not really. I
promise you, behind the hands, I promise you. Don't know to Andre Award interviews is gold each time out, bro.
Fights after boxing, but that was about it.
It wasn't like
crazy. Yeah, it wasn't like that. I wasn't too, into that no more.
What was the local amateur scene like when you start moving? Like not national, but local.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, younger. I ain't gonna lie. When we got older, huh?
Y'all was rumbling though.
Oh, was we?
But mine and Ant, like they older than you. So you missed. Did you miss their wave?
Yeah, for sure. I missed their wave for sure.
Okay.
But we was rumbling every weekend. They wasn't scared to put nobody in no tournaments, nothing. I mean, like I fought Lamont and Anthony nephew twice. His name Patrick Harris, the son of one of the tank trainers.
Mm-hmm.
We fought twice when we was kids.
Teach was good with it.
I probably fought Headbangers. I want to say like 6-7 different times as an amateur.
Tough fights.
Some.
Yeah.
The only 2 I lost was to him, to Boogson. Yeah. That's my man though. That's my man.
Yeah.
Pat Harris still around, man. He nice, man. I always wanted to catch one of his fights, but it's like I could never catch him fight. Top Ring dropped the ball by firing him. That boy good. Yeah, they foolish. Blaze, what it do, man? Became a even bigger fan of Lamont. This interview for sure. Opulent was good with it, bro. How you feeling?
You grew up like middle class, or was y'all had?
I grew up not wanting for nothing. I grew up. My parents did exactly what they were supposed to do to provide me with a great life. Not wanting for nothing. Especially as a kid, especially now, I always had their love and support, whether it be financially, emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be. I just probably had my own choices. They're probably, but so growing up in the city is just like, it's different. Or it might not be different. Got 2 ways you can go. Positive or whatever everybody else doing. I was kind of like in the middle. I was going positive, but like if you ask my parents, I was bad at it.
You had moments though.
So, yeah, for sure.
Shit, I think that's for every boy coming up, man. We all had some bad in us, right? Not too crazy, but we all got in trouble to a degree.
I was gonna ask you that. That was my next question. Like, how did you, even if you don't grow up like in the slums, you around stuff
all the time.
You got cousins, you got brothers, you got friends. How did you stop yourself from getting caught up for real? Like,
so I think that was the thing, that seeing my own potential and knowing where I wanted to be.
Even though I probably did some of the dumbest in the world.
Looking back, you like you was tripping.
Yeah. But like you said, it's what you around.
Yeah, I made a short video on it, Blaze.
That's what I was around all the time. All the time. I mean, like you said, my cousins, all my friends, like, all my friends, no disrespect, y'all. Most of my friends been in and out of jail for I don't know how long. I ain't gonna call them jailbirds. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the people that I grew up with, the people I relate to. Cousins, sad to say, died of gun violence or, around on that. So I've been there. And I've seen a whole lot.
Yeah, I heard you, I don't know if it was on your YouTube channel or somewhere else, but I heard you say, man, I don't really do nothing. I'll be at the house chilling or I'm taking collect calls. Like, who calling you from the pen?
My man Malik.
County.
My man Malik.
Yeah,
man. My man Malik. My man Situation Slim. I don't know if y'all, I don't want to put his real name out there, but Situation Slim, he an artist or whatever. Because he walked me out for my fight against Philgo McCory. He back in right now. My man Jigs just came home. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. Malik gonna be in there for a couple more years, but he used to box with me, and that's
for real.
Yeah,
really.
He used to box with me,
man.
So
some of the coldest cats, man, the world will never see. Coldest hoopers, football players, boxers. I know so many boxers right now. I'm like, bro, you have way more talent, like raw talent than me. He got off. He got off and then went astray and then got caught up.
That's definitely how it is in our city. For sure.
When I look at spots like, like Ohio, like, Cleveland,
they don't breed nothing but athletes in Ohio.
Man, bro, and
that's all it is to do.
They all can fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like I know the Cincinnati cats and the Cleveland cats, and they all say the same thing. They're like, bro, it's crabs in the bucket. Like, it's literally like you start trying to climb out, the city gonna pull you back down. They're gonna start hating on you. They're gonna make it hard for you to make it. Is that the vibe you got being in the DMV area? Or is it different?
Yeah. No, it's both. I ain't gonna lie.
It's love, but
it's love, but it's a whole lot of that. I just got, honestly, today on the way up here, I just got some BS that I seen that I ain't really take too kindly for. But somebody from my city too. But
in the build up though, I know you was isolated in Florida, I believe you was at, and you kind of locked in and probably kind of trying to stay out the way, but like, what did you feel? Did you feel like they was like, oh, you finna get knocked out messing with Gervonta?
Yeah.
Mostly?
I seen it. Ding, 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 ding. Notifications on it, but you know what you really got to worry about, though? Or not worry, but that you got to keep an eye out
for?
Love. The ones who quiet.
Yeah, what's up, bro? It's all good.
The ones who don't say nothing about this fight, because you know what they waiting on? The result. If you win, it's, I knew you could do it. Mm-hmm. If you lost, I knew that you was going to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
How you deal with that, though?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I had kept it a buck. I bigged this fight up. I gave Lamont Roach all his credit, all his flowers. I just thought Tank would get him late. That wasn't no slight to him. I ain't say he would get destroyed and punished and wouldn't look good. I ain't say none of that. I just thought, Tank would catch up to him late. But I had other plans. Now it got me looking at a rematch, like, asking, could he go out there and do it again? Could you actually repeat that performance and do any better than you did the first time? It's going to be interesting to see if he actually can, though. I wouldn't doubt it because, again, they know each other. So it's going to be hard for these guys to surprise each other. And that's the key element, I think, as to why this fight, went the distance. Patrick Harris, the son of the big dude who do the mid work for Tank. Yeah, the one that he messed up his hands pretty bad. I don't know if you ever seen a video of it. I was gonna make a short video on it too. That's how crazy his hands look, bro. His hands look wild.
No.
Mikey.
Is that from Tank?
Mikey.
Oh, come on.
That's a chicken McNugget. This one is a curly fry.
his hand. That looked crazy. I couldn't even be happy if my hand looked like that, bro. Like just on a normal, like yeah, you just running around like that on a norm, bro. That just look like all his damn fingers broke. Like I don't even know how it's just can he still operate with that hand? That's crazy. All that mitt work, that's doing all them damn 50 punch combinations on the mitts and with Tank. You know what I mean? Punch that man hands look like broken sausage links. That look crazy, bro. Let's get back to this, man.
I don't really care about it though, because I got real love. I got real support. I got real people behind me that really want to see me
fingers
succeed.
Look crazy.
So that's how I don't know most of them, so I don't care. You ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. Even if they around your city? Yeah, no, I don't really care. What they gonna do for me? They not your people. They not my people. After I win, they still like, you know what I'm saying? Like, still don't matter. If I were to lose, what they gonna say? Oh, told you was gonna lose. Don't matter. Fight fans, I go by the name of Bach. And I'm Barack the Boxing Bully. And we got some great fights this weekend. He been good since he been little. So I was very aware of him since a kid. When did y'all first bump? We probably first got in the ring with each other, sparred probably like 13. He a year older than me, so he was probably 14, I was like 13. Maybe even 12. It depends. But we got a lot of rounds in. Yeah, I didn't know y'all sparred. I thought y'all just fought. Oh, yeah, no. We got some. Yeah. We got some rounds in. Yeah. I got more tape. Yeah. You feel like what you knew about him, even though it was a long time ago, did any of that help you in this fight with him? Tendencies, mannerisms, he like to do this? Yeah, but it's more eternal than physical.
That's thanks to Tank. That's what they said. Got his fingers like that.
Yeah. Like the mentality. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I witnessed that probably helped me more outside of the work that we had in the fight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get to some of that in a minute because I got some questions on that. All right. So you turned pro in 2014. Why you didn't wait till the 2016 Olympics? It was too long. Yeah, another 2. You can wait another 2 years. You know what's crazy? I could have tried out because they had to reload. I could have went, but we had somebody competing in the last chance tournament, and I would have had to qualify through the last chance. Like my birthday was on the cusp where I couldn't go to no other qualifying tournaments but the last chance tournament, and we already had somebody in there. And he actually made it to the championship and lost to Raynell Williams from Ohio.
Ohio boys, nice.
Pro with initially, promoter wise, manager wise. Golden Boy, Oscar. Okay, you was with them from the beginning, from the jump. Really? Okay, you're not with him no more, huh? Yeah. Did you have a manager? Yeah, I had a manager. My dad was my manager. Okay, he's still the manager. Yeah, he's still my manager. Yeah. Yep. Right now, my dad works with Robert Diaz, who's been the matchmaker at Golden Boy, but he's always been a handler of my career, who helped build me up. Him and my dad built me up from the ground up when it came to my fights and who I fought and how my career turned out.
He said,
and now we're working with Gary Jonas as well. So it's like a little powerhouse. How involved are you with like the business?
Give me 1 second, child. Let me see something. I might just do this. Give me 2 seconds. Let me take this off. I don't know why I do this in the first place. Give me 2 seconds. All right, we back.
Of the Art Award. Today I'm sitting with a young man It's like a little powerhouse.
There we go.
How involved are you with like the business side? Like you a cat that like, I'm gonna let my dad do that, or do you want to know what they saying and you want to weigh in on
I
the
want to
money,
know.
the details, the contract, all that?
I want to know for sure.
Care about that?
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
I do.
That's good.
Yeah. It's my career.
Yeah.
So.
What type of businessman are you? You be giving in on negotiations, or you be fighting hard?
No, I be putting my foot down.
You put down?
I make them say, oh, well, I don't know if they gonna
Like that?
Yeah.
Your first title shot against Jamel Herring in Fresno, California. Ain't nothing out there but cows, bruh.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I called that fight. What's the difference between that guy and this guy, the guy we just seen face Gervonta Davis? Because to me, confidence looked different. You just look like a different fighter. Maybe I'm reading that wrong.
Yeah, you did. Cuddy, what it up? What up? What up?
A different fighter, yeah, but only because I am evolved. I had the same skill set back then, believe it or not.
Boxing,
It's a lot of factors with Jamel, though. 5'10", 5'11", southpaw, and he had a good team.
Yeah.
He had a real good team. They had a good game plan, and he was real awkward. So that made for it was just a little, just right there. But in a sense, I mean, like fast forwarding to today, it's like, I think you even probably said something when we had the fighter meetings. Like when we had the fighter meetings, you had said something to the degree of like, when it comes that time and you don't gotta take no for an answer, what you gonna do?
Shout out to Zoom Verse. What's good with it, Brody? Said I'm glad they got the fight. Keyshawn, yeah, and Edwin done. Initial offer sent out was $200K. Turned down, so whatever was done to that. Nah, the initial offer was $400K, but he was told $225. He was told $225, so that's $175K difference. But they was saying that was coming from his own team. But from what I understand, the update is that offer still is the same, the $400K. And they must have worked the money thing out. So we got to fight June 7th. You know what I mean? And no fault. So, yeah, it was Samson trying to lowball his own guy. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, if the fight would have fell through, it wouldn't have been on Top Rank or Keyshawn, how people were saying. Because they treating him right.
The difference.
See, I know.
Said,
shout out
yeah,
to the boxing source, man. Putting in that work, my guy, man.
I ain't apply it all the way. I started too late. After that, switch clicked. I couldn't take no for an answer no more. So that's what it really was.
And I read somewhere where Pop said you needed that, though. He didn't say you needed. He said something along the lines of, like, that made my son a better fighter. Like that loss made him better.
Yeah, for sure.
In that area that you're talking about right there. Yeah, that loss, man. Some people losses don't really affect them like that. They just take it.
It's crazy though, because you see how he described Jamel Herring as all tall and awkward and southpaw and this or whatever he said, and it just Shakur fought him. It's just like it just wasn't the same thing. It wasn't none of them problems and tall no awkward. It was ass whooping time. A can of whoop ass.
Take it with the win, like, oh, you win some, you lose some. But the other people, that thing sit with you.
Oh,
sit with you.
Guess who was only in the back? In the back.
Yeah.
Me and my mom. In the corner crying.
Man.
It was tough. I ain't gonna lie, I was depressed.
Off of that?
I ain't no loser, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. After the draw, I was pissed.
Nah,
I ain't coming for that.
Dope boxing source.
And that one tough too, because you right there. Like, you right there.
Yeah.
And for everything you getting right now, you get your hand raised, it's double that in terms of just attention, notoriety, legacy, all that.
Legacy.
Yeah.
You gotta think. That's what I'm in it for. I set goals for myself. Being
Right,
a 2-division world champion, it's on my goal list. Being a 2-time world champ, it's on my goal list. I would have knocked both of them out in one setting.
He would have.
Imagine the possibilities after that.
Yeah.
What was the reason, brother? Like, I read something, but they did, like the New York State Athletic Commission. What was the reason they gave you for not overturning it?
So the reason was that if it would have been a score to knockdown, there's no definite outcome of how Gervonta would have responded or fought with the remaining rounds to go. What I took from that is basically, yeah, we messed up, but somebody got to take the fall. And it ain't
Yeah,
gonna be
me
him.
too. Boxing source. He wild.
So, like, they owned up to it. Like, all right, we missed this. They owned up to it. It's like, but they just saying like, all right, we're not gonna overturn it though. We're gonna, apologize and give you your flowers, but you ain't gonna get what you want. That's basically what I got from it.
And you ain't heard nothing from the ref. He didn't make no statement or
He
nothing.
ain't make no statement. That was, I ain't gonna lie, man. That
Oh,
was
Grease knee.
from him. That's sad.
A lot of times that's what the commissions do though, man. If something bad happened with a ref, they'll protect the referee.
Yeah.
And they'll try to get in front of it, and they'll have a spokesperson come out, and it's like, yeah, that's cool sometimes, but if you drop the ball like that, and that affects my legacy, my livelihood, because y'all negotiating for a rematch right now, so you negotiating from a win versus a draw. It's two different discussions.
Two different discussions.
Money way different. Like, and that's your mistake.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to pay for their mistake.
Man, it took you, after the
You still making jokes and
Jamel
don't
Herring law.
speak
How
them
did you
about the
come out of
nigga.
that though? How did you turn the corner, put it behind you, and say, bro, I gotta figure it out and do better?
I had to truly accept the loss. Like, it took me a minute. I ain't watched the fight after the fight. None of that. I didn't. I was pissed. I ain't watched the fight till probably like 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later, I watched the fight and I was like, I could have had this. And you scored a draw. You was probably the only one that was really, I knew I was going to lose after the final bell round, especially when they didn't count that knockdown. But when I watched it and I saw that you scored a draw, I was like, this was really a lot closer than I really, you know what I'm saying? Because it's different when
in your head.
It's different when you in there, and because it's even with the tank fight, it was just like, I was really putting that together.
I watched it a few times.
When I watched it. So with the Jamel fight, it was just like
replay.
We knew we wasn't gonna get nothing on paper. We knew that.
No favors.
We knew that. Top rank show. I was with Golden Boy. He was a champ. Veterans Day weekend, I think.
Had a whole big thing.
Marine. It was a huge thing. It was a huge thing.
I think they had some Marines out there. They did something. Yeah, they was all in the ring.
And I think it was like an anniversary for one of his tragedies. Yeah, for his daughter. Yeah. So
that's gonna be a tough one to overcome, bro. You got to knock him out.
I had to knock him out.
Yeah.
So that was
That's
our game
crazy,
plan.
behind the
I
hands.
started too late. Yeah. That was it.
But you got a second shot. 3 years later, 5 fights later, against Hector Luis Garcia, you finally win that world title, bro. Walk me through that fight, and then what it felt like to get that monkey off your back.
So with that fight, again, the odds makers had me messed up. Just off the eye test, I was like, y'all really think he gonna beat me? I was like, I know I lost to Jamel and all that stuff, but y'all think he gonna beat me? Y'all tripping. That was my few. I had a chip on my shoulder the whole camp. I'm like, they are tripping. Tank fight, even though he got knocked out. Look at the wins he had before in the tank fight. He was rumbling.
Mm-hmm,
When he fought me, it was like,
cat and mouse.
I negated all that off the jump. I set everything up with the jab. Pressing, even after the fight, he was like, that mental pressure, cracked him a couple times, a few jumps. I thought he was going to go out. But
you got sneaky power, bro. Like when I heard Gervonta say he can crack, but like when you see you, sometimes it don't seem like you cracking.
Yeah.
You really watching though, you see that stuff landing heavy. You could just see it's landing heavy. But you can easily overlook it too.
Yeah.
If you're not really paying attention.
Especially if you look at the numbers. That's what that'd be. I think that's an upside for me now. I don't really care about
Yeah, right. He handled Chris Colbert real quick. Sean, what it do, homie? Look, legacy remains. What it do, homie? How you feeling? From what I understand, the 400K still stands, and they accepted the offer. And I'm guessing he got his money situated. You know, he was initially told it was 225K. That was the holdup. That's 175K different, just missing. And I wouldn't have took the fight if I was Edwin De Los Santos, neither. But I'm glad that that shit got, you know, exposed, because I think it forced his people to play honest. You know what I mean? To call it fair and get that man his money.
Yeah, man. We actually scratched off the first accomplishment on my goal list. Like, that's it. And I couldn't. You gotta think, my dad was right there too. It was just like,
Cool, yeah,
we
yeah,
did
it's
it.
good for both
We
of them
did
in
it.
the boxing.
We did
Good
it.
fight.
Like,
Good fight
even
coming
before they announced me the winner. When they said that last score, I was like, it's no way in hell that they scored that many rounds for him. I said, that's coming home, baby. I said,
That's
we
me.
going home with that. I said, we
Yes,
coming
sir.
home.
Yeah.
So I was geek.
Man, it felt different when you got back to the city. You felt the love, or you felt what you feel?
I felt the love. I felt the love for sure. I felt the love. It was like, you know.
Even a hater got to give you a nod or something, man. You come home with that strap.
It's like they've been waiting on it too.
Congratulations, man. You know how it is. When you come back to your hometown, they be
Yeah.
like, not everybody, but some people showing you love, but because they got to.
They ain't got no choice with that
You
knowledge.
don't really look like a hater if you don't, you know.
Facts. That's how it is.
It's part of the game.
Gotta show that man.
When you start
as well.
when you first start getting rumblings about the Gervonta Davis fight, like when you start hearing like, hey, this might be a thing.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I kind of figured we was gonna run into each other some way, somehow. When he won his first title.
For real?
Yeah. Because he ran the same weight.
Yeah.
He's running the same weight.
Yeah, y'all
He
got
won at
history anyway.
Yeah. He won at 130. I was fighting at 130. Obviously, he was already at the championship level. He got catapulted up there by doing what he was supposed to do, knocking everybody out that they put in front of him. Got Floyd behind him. I was on the hush. I was coming up, though. He's a small guy. I knew he wasn't going to go too far. So, and I knew he can rumble. I knew that he'd be I'm not surprised at how good he is or what he's done to other people. So I knew that we was going to meet. Even one time I actually seen him at a pool party outside of boxing or whatever the case may be. I was getting ready for Jamel. He was already champ. He was like, I handle that business, man. We make some money together. So you ain't got to tell me twice.
Did you hear that?
That's how it's supposed to be. So
He was getting ready for Jamel. They ran into each other at a pool party, told him to handle your business and we gonna make some money. The biggest fans of his want to ignore that because they want to act like Lamont Roach got picked out the sky somewhere, when they clearly just a verbal agreement that they was going to do some business and then they end up doing that same business. It's crazy how people ignore the truth when it's just right there in plain sight. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And there's nothing wrong with that because Lamont Roach always been a damn good fighter and he proved why he deserved the opportunity.
it's just like all the signs was there. All the signs was there. All I needed was, that first world title. Or whatever the case may be, that can put me in that conversation. When he fought Hector, little do a lot of people know, I got the call for that fight too. It was a little crazy, but I got the call for that fight.
To fight Gervonta or Hector first?
To fight Gervonta.
If that
I was
fight
already
goes
the
through.
mandatory for Hector. They was looking for opponents for him, or whatever the case may be. It might be on the scramble, whatever the case may be. They didn't get a big fight like they wanted to. So that's why he went to 30 and see if Hector wanted to fight. But I did get the call, though. And, of course, we said yes. We just ain't get a call back.
So y'all was like a backup.
I wouldn't say a backup. You never know how serious it was. Hector was the champ already, so I guess that would look better than fighting me. No belt. Number one contender, but no belt. No pedigree to 135. Some might say the best at 135. Especially at that time, he was definitely like number one. So
when you first got that call, like, was it your pops that said, hey,
you never know.
We was in the car together. We was in the car together. We was in Tampa. We went to go see The Commanders played the Bucks. We was on our way back home, and he was on the phone. So I'm right here ear hustling. I'm right here ear hustling. I'm like, oh, this sounds like some business. So it sounds like some business. I wait till he get off the phone. I'm like, what's up? Like that was TGB and Tank Team. So they asked if y'all want to do the fight. I said, oh yeah. Couldn't wait. So then like when we really started talking business, that's when we started weighing our options for real then. Because I did have something on the table. I had something on the table. So people who think I'm taking this fight for money, it wasn't the thing. Because I actually had an offer that was higher than the Tank fight.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Say it ain't so.
To defend my belt.
Say it ain't so. So you telling me all this time, even though we already knew he said this, but just he reiterated, he could have made more money fighting somebody else than the face of boxing? Wow. The things that make you go, it's crazy, right? Crazy.
So for all the people who think I was, he doing it for a check. That's what I'm saying. I just even wanted to shut people up.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
we doing it for a check. We ain't doing it just for the check.
We ain't doing it just for the check, but
sure.
trust me, because don't forget, this is business.
It's prize fighting. Yeah.
It's prize fighting for a reason.
Absolutely.
But I did have
I think they was doing business since the pool party, Jordan. You know what I mean? That was the first line of business, establishing the fact that they was going to do business right there at that pool party that he's speaking about. Let's keep going. Y'all hit the like for your
a
boy.
better offer. But it's like
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Behind
the hands.
Look at the upside.
That's a great way to put it.
We'll get that back.
Might have to make a whole live talking about that. Because I think it's a real conversation.
Look at what they consider him now. The most dangerous fight, one of the most dangerous fighters in the world.
Facts.
One of the highest knockout percentages.
That is true.
Amongst
Tank is
boxers.
a dog.
Pound for pound talent. And me, on the other hand,
I doubt if he capping. He ain't got no reason to. Why would he be capping? For what reason?
To fight this monster. That's going to make me a 2-division world champ. That's going to make me a 2-time world champ. And that's going to put me in the pound for pound talks, at least. Talks. Why not? I know what I'm capable of. So, and this is what we've been working for anyway. I could have smoked that dude and then the opportunity be gone.
Yeah, I remember that boxing source.
Nah, never gonna come back. The window of opportunity is always closing, day by day.
So y'all, how was the negotiations? Was he taking everything and just saying like, look, bro, be happy with this? Or did you could wheel and deal a little bit?
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. We tried. I tried.
Yeah.
They was like, I don't know. Bro. I'm like, tell him throw me a couple more dollars or something then. Like, but it is what it is. You know how I get to. They get to pay-per-view numbers, see what's gonna go on with that.
Nope. Wrong again. You just assuming that. So you just assuming that. Then you hear them say, then you hear them when they asked him, didn't he get a percentage of the pay-per-view? He said, who told you that? Like as an indication that no, that's not the case. And he's been consistent. What he's saying now is what he's been saying. He's been saying his mandatory. He could have went and made more money fighting his mandatory and defending his belt. He been said that. Like, and people don't want to believe that. Yeah, I'm telling you, them dudes don't. Part of the reason his opponents be who they are is because of them not wanting to pay the opponent, in my opinion. And I think it's more and more obvious. Don't got shit to do with ducking or being scared or protecting or none of that. I think, like my bro said, man, he's a cash cow for them, not his opponents. The consensus is you making all this life-changing money, but Lamont Roach is sitting up here telling you that wasn't the case. And then a person to tell him he lying. Like, that's where we at in boxing. Why would he lie about it? For what reason would he benefit from lying about that? Why? Like, it shit don't even make no sense to lie about it. He just telling you what it is. And he breaking down to you why he took the fight versus his mandatory. He telling you why. Yeah.
You can tell me whatever you want to tell me about this, but some people do say, they like, man, they homeboys, man. He cool. Like, he just chucked him a bag. Like, just on some friendship type stuff. Like, they making money together. Or was it the way you just pretty much described it? Like, nah, like we got history, but there wasn't no planned event.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Like I got the call and I said, yeah, and we rumbled.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
That made it seem like, oh, he just did his homeboy a favor.
I mean,
I dropped a link
if he
in a
did,
minute though.
I appreciate it.
But it wasn't like talked about though.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Marcus,
I
what it
figure
do,
as though
homie?
I did enough to where I could be in a conversation where
Talk to him.
he can fight me. And that's me like taking myself outside of my body and not being big headed. Like there's somebody that a lot of people consider better than you. He's bigger than you, in a higher weight. But I'm here. I'm in the talks. So, and if he did, like
You got to do your own homework, Sean. Like you got to do your own homework, bro. You got to do your own homework. You don't know what his mandatory was. I think the question is irrelevant. The fact is, he just told you that he would have made more money fighting him. He had a bigger offer on the table. This was never the biggest offer. He could have made more money. I don't know why that's hard to believe. I don't get it. That's how simple boxing is because you've been fed lies so much. You've been taught to believe that everybody that fights him make this generational career changing money, but that's just not the reality. And you finding that out more and more as these guys fight. Then it has nothing to do with Tank and more to do with the way the PBC business model is, in my humble opinion. And ain't nobody walking away complaining at the end of the day. So if it worked for them, hey, who am I to complain? But at the end of the day, if a man that has been giving you every reason to respect him, right, and be trustworthy, why would he come out and lie about money? Like, what sense do that make? He's not trying to play nobody. He's just telling you what it is. And the reason he's telling you about the money and how it could have been more is because people thinking that he just took the fight just for money. He telling you, obviously, he's a prize fighter, so yeah, it's for money, but he thinking legacy and the opportunity and the upside to come from it. Like, people thought that he got a percentage of the pay-per-view, and that's not even the case. That's what people think. They just be assuming one size fits all, man. You just never know what be going on behind closed doors, bro.
I said, I would do the same thing. Why not? Why not?
And that's what he thinking about, his market value after he fight a guy like Tank, especially if he can beat him. You get what I'm saying? Facts, Marcus, you already know. So it just, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even be on your show right now if it wasn't for Tank. I mean, that don't, none of that means anything. No, he wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for him. The hell with Tank. Tank didn't fight Tank. Lamont Roach did. So he on that show because of Lamont. He ain't on that show because of Tank. Stop giving credit where it don't belong. No, he's on this show because he fought. He stood. He fought them 12 rounds. He fought them 36 minutes. He stood there. He proved all them people wrong. It wasn't Tank. So they know he's there because of Lamont. He's there because of people like you that probably was doubting him. Then he went out there and proved everybody wrong. Now y'all got to sit here and watch him as he do this press run. And y'all got to sit there and give that man his just due as he go into this rematch and bite y'all fingernails and hope that he don't find a way to pull it off. You get what I'm saying? No, he got there because of what he did against Tank. It ain't because of Tank. It's because of him fighting. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but nah, ultimately, he got there because of him. You get what I'm saying?
Game, you doing this, you do that. Especially if you didn't have a high profile fight like that yet.
You don't doubt him, but you're doubting that he would have made more money fighting his mandatory. What that shit has nothing to do with knowing business. You're telling me you knowing business, but you're telling that man his business. You're telling him he wouldn't have made more fighting his mandatory because of what? What do you have to back that off? Nothing. You don't have no example of none of that. Tell me how much Lamont Roach made for this Tank Davis fight, bro. Go. Since you know all of this, let me know, and we're gonna keep rocking. Let me know. And we just chopping it up. Just let me know how much you made.
That's what we supposed to do.
And you gonna see how wrong you are.
That's what we supposed to do.
If given the opportunity, yeah.
That's what we should do more often. People don't get that. Floyd did that a couple times.
Ali did it a bunch.
See?
Jimmy Ellis, a whole bunch of people. I mean, I'll give you, I'll fight you. He knew he was gonna make a big bag and put him in position. Now I ain't gonna let you beat me, but I'm gonna get shot.
But that's on the
one thing. He make no money, but it's not what people saying. It's not what people saying. Nah, I mean, your initial point was he capping. You said he was capping, and I don't know nothing that he capped about. So like that's my point. No, what was he capping about? Explain to me what Lamont Roach was capping about. Because you said that when he spoke about the money. So I'm assuming that's what you were saying. He lying about his own money. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy that you would assume you know more about his business than him. Because that's what you're assuming when you say he's capping. He's lying about some shit that he know about because it's his business versus the information you got. And then you're going to tell me you know business. You might think you know business, but you don't know Lamont Roach business. That's crazy work, bro. I'm not bugging. I know you just came in here and said he capping when he mentioned the money. And then you saying you know business. You don't know his business. You get what I'm saying? To tell that man he lying is crazy. And he been very consistent. Just do your homework. Look up who his mandatory is at 130. He don't even remember the dude name. You get what I'm saying? But look it up. Ain't nothing he told a lie about. It's all
he running
shit.
with this narrative of he was being
lie.
nice. He was doing.
It's a household name. His market value is way high.
What?
I don't know if he's a household name yet. Because what do you have to back that up? What do you have to back up what his market value is? He hasn't even had a fight since then. How do we know what his market value is? Because he had a draw? How do we know? How he would have to had a fight and been paid some substantial amount of money to have some crazy market value. We don't know that yet. He ain't even have a fight. You get what I'm saying? That's premature. We don't know that.
What? They
don't
say he
know
took
that.
it easy.
Maybe his stock rose a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't say his value didn't rise.
What?
I ain't gonna say his value didn't rise at all. So let me level with you there. I think to a degree his value rose, but market value, I don't know about all of that. We don't know yet. Because again, it ain't like you beat him, and fighting him just don't make you the man all of a sudden. You get what I'm saying? Fighting Tank Davis don't mean you become him. So I don't know. I feel like he got more attention. Maybe his stock rose a bit for good reason, but I don't know how much the value per se, right? But we gonna find out. We'll find out.
Social media crazy.
Let me address some rumors.
Shout out to Omega Red, my guy, man.
Which I think is true too. But they say he's supposed to fight Jake Paul next after he was supposed to.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's facts.
Jake Paul gonna guarantee you about 40
million. As
million.
you pocketing into 2 tank fights compared to one against Mando, you don't know what.
Which is Tank.
2 tank fights compared to one. Yeah, but you're missing a point. The fact of the matter is, had he took his mandatory obligation at 130, he would have made more money fighting that guy than he did Tank Davis in his first fight. What he gonna get in the second fight? None of us know. If he getting more money and none of that. From what I understand, I think all of it's already been agreed on. So I don't even know if he is getting more money that time. This next time around, who knows? But I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't bank on it being something so much crazier than what he got the first time.
Why would he sacrifice that? Especially if he's talking about retiring, and that's his exit plan. If that's the case, why would he do that?
Right.
Just, that baffles me. Now, as a fighter, let me ask you, would you ever sacrifice what you work so hard for? Your record, your legacy.
Man, I'm telling you.
Chance to be one of the, come on. That's all right, I'm gonna leave it at that.
I ain't gonna do it.
That's what I'm saying.
It might be somebody out there that would.
It sure ain't him.
I ain't the guy.
It sure ain't him.
Yeah.
So
it didn't look like y'all was playing with each other during that fight though.
At all.
It looked like you was trying to hurt him, and bro looked like he was trying to hurt you. That's what I seen.
For sure.
But when I seen the first press conference, the first one was in DC, right?
New York.
Tell me if I'm reading this right. Like when I watch a fight, like I be on that psychological. I'm trying to see how the psychological warfare is going on. So I'm watching body language. I'm listening to what's being said, seeing if it's believable. You know, I'm seeing all that. I'm just watching.
Trey, keep that Jordan brand popping, boy. Don't.
It looked like it was a mutual respect. It looked like it was clear y'all had history, but I didn't see him playing with you the way he played with them other guys and put his hands on you. But I also didn't see you trying to do too much either. Like you stood your ground in terms of just, whatever you had to say. It seemed like it was a mutual respect. Like, man, there's deep respect here. But sometimes you get the best fights when you got that type of situation. Why didn't he play with you like he played with some of them other guys?
And I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but he know me. There's a mutual respect for a reason. Just like I wouldn't go out there and try to play with him. Same way, other way around. Like
I like
respect,
man.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't really play play too many. I don't care if it's to hype a fight up, but I don't play like that.
There's certain things you don't do.
It's a lot of stuff you don't.
Keep your hands on.
Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. But again, there's a high level of mutual respect for each other. Like I said, we done bumped into each other plenty of times. More than the average boxer would see another boxer outside of boxing. So it's cool. Like he cool with me and I'm cool with him.
Mike Kirkland, what's good, bro? How you feeling?
So that's you know what I'm saying? Like, if we were to see each other outside of our competition.
Big dog Willie, my
dog. How you doing?
Even after the fight. Even after that.
He changed his number. I tried to call him. He changed his number. So
you had his number all throughout camp too? Y'all
before
exchanging text messages and that?
Nah. But before the fight got postponed, he did call me one time. And I was like, you know, what's up? Like, he like, what's up?
Back.
He like, you been in the gym? I'm like, yeah, you been in the gym? So he like, nah, they didn't ask me about my family, how my family doing. I asked him how he doing and all that stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was.
Why you think he was asking if you've been in the gym and then shift to the family?
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
They trying to check that temperature, yeah.
Then the fight got postponed.
That's the one I was supposed to.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Take a maniacs for how you believe that he's the second coming. Man, bro, man. I'll tell you, you got some. He do got some of the most like super duper fans, bro. Tank got some super dupers. Some super duper fans. I ain't gonna lie to you. They'll cut your head, man. They'll cut your head off for they Tank.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdueboxing.
Said Broner playbook. That's funny. Yeah, they'll cut your head off.
Supposed to be in Houston.
That was supposed to be in Houston in December. But I kind of figured, I put 2 and 2 together. His birthday was like a month before the fight, and he was still having fun. He just came from Paris. His birthday coming up. So I knew he wasn't gonna be ready, especially when they didn't announce no press or they announced when the press conference was gonna be or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, why, when they gonna make another announcement about something? So we got pushed back.
That's crazy. I know when I'm pretty sure when it got pushed back, he probably was a little concerned, like thinking it probably wasn't going to happen now because it got postponed for a second. Because I know everybody had to breathe easy for a second. Yeah, when we first heard that, you know what I mean, that initial date didn't come to fruition. That's just not something that typically happen when it come to Tank and his fights, right? When they announce a date, that's the date it be on, right? Very rarely have you ever seen, you know, if ever, right, he get a date, I think, and it not be that date, right? And it don't come to fruition. So it was just something new, a different experience for him. And I definitely think it was something that, you know, could have affected the outcome. Who knows? But, you know, I don't know. Overall, man, it just was a weird situation to see it play out that way. And then when they finally did get it going and announced the press conference,
sitting with a young man,
super weird. You know what I'm saying?
Or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, why, when they gonna make another announcement about something? So we got pushed back. Me personally, it could be something else, but me personally, I just think he wasn't ready. So if you ask about if it's still like that now, then yeah, I mean,
and that's a fact, Omega.
I tried to call him,
bro. I promise you it is.
And I tried to DM him too. Like, all right, you see me call, you call me back, or if you change your number, just hit me.
It's probably a little bit hotter now.
I think so.
You feel away.
You gotta think he probably. If you want, all right, we're gonna put it out there like this because a lot of people is telling me some of the same things. Some people feel like, oh, he gave me an opportunity and now I'm just dragging him through the. How I'm dragging him? I ain't say nothing bad about you.
Right.
I thanked you multiple times the lead up, after the fight. Like, I appreciate that. I did not say you was a trash fighter. I ain't say you ain't had no chin. I ain't say you was slow.
Nothing personal.
I ain't say nothing personal. All I did was highlight my own doings, my performance. How I'm dragging somebody if I'm only talking about my performance?
Yeah,
I
they
don't get that.
sensitive as
And a lot of
hell.
people in my comments too. Oh, you need to thank him. You need to thank. Oh, if y'all paid attention.
Yeah, real quick. Y'all bogus as hell. No, y'all need to thank Lamont Roach for giving y'all a great fight when y'all was doubting him. Talking about he need to just be thankful. The man can't even do interviews. He can't get, invited to podcasts and different shows to talk about the fight. That was a big fight. Like he can't do that, and they shitting on him. Oh, he dragging it. He should just be thankful, man. He is a snake. He's trying to sue Tank. He was trying to get lawyers involved. All these fake narratives, bro, just to be mad at the man because he fought better than you thought. They was trying to look for any reason not to like the man and turn on him. That's how fake boxing fans be, man. When it's their favorite at stake, it's crazy. The dude never said nothing bad. Still to this day, he's been very, very respectful. He ain't say nothing bad. He just felt like he won. It's no different than Tank. Tank felt like he won. Is he dragging it? Is he dragging Lamont Roach when he's saying he felt like he won? You get what I'm saying? Like, people crazy. They act like imagine if it was a Lamont Roach that took the knee and this shit would have played out this way, people would be making the same exact argument that Lamont Roach was making for himself. 100%, you could guarantee it.
A lot. And I thanked them in that ring with our performance. So,
but y'all about to rumble again though. We ain't like we maybe we'll be cool later.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not what I'm on right now.
That's not what I'm on for sure.
Hey man, facts behind that to make perfect sense, bro.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I ain't get the job done. I gotta complete the mission.
Straight up.
So, I mean, that's what we in it for.
Yeah.
That's what we in it for. So, that's what I'm on.
Mm-hmm. Man, when I watched probably like maybe three of your episodes. What was it called?
The Reaper's Tale.
The Reaper's Tale.
Yeah. All odds against all
good,
odds.
man. I did a good job with that.
Thank you.
Similar to the press conference, when I seen the footage, I'm like, bro, seemed like his mind made up. You see a lot of pump faking, man, in boxing, a lot of rah-rah. And a lot of times that stuff, man, as soon as that pressure hit, you see a different side. But I'm like, he ain't too high, like, oh, I'm about to. But he wasn't. you didn't seem like the moment, even as the fight got closer, that's when it can start getting real. You 2 weeks out, a week out, you start seeing cats look different and talk different. You just look settled. Like, I know what I'm getting into, and he better know what he getting into. And it was like a balanced approach. And I was like,
yeah,
he got to show it, but like, he seemed like he ready.
But that's what I've been trying to tell everybody.
You were saying it. You were saying it the whole time.
I've been telling them. That's what people don't get. I've been trying to tell them since they announced the fight. I've been saying the same thing. I've been on the same path. Mm-hmm. The same path.
He ain't been too confident. He just confident enough, and people don't like that.
I know what I'm coming to do.
Oh, he talking too much now. He getting too confident. No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
I knew that the lights wasn't going to affect me. I'm not one of them, like, and I know people, like you said, people say what don't affect them and what.
You ain't gonna know till you get there.
You ain't gonna know till you get there.
You say anything you want, but I'm gonna act like I've been there before, even though I haven't, brother. Them lights hit you, and you start looking out at that crowd, like, I ain't never seen as many people at a fight before. Bruh, see, whatever's in you gonna come out.
Yeah,
you know what's funny? Like, I guess this is the non-athlete in me, but ain't that the point? For you to be in front of the people that's watching you, ain't that more like motivation to know that many people coming to watch a fight that you part of? Or maybe I got it wrong, right? Like, why be nervous about that? I don't know. I mean, you've been fighting in front of people, 10 people, 20 people, same difference to me. You know what I mean? Fight. I mean, I guess that's the non-athlete in me. I admit that, but shit, man, shouldn't it motivate you? Because like he said, like, he ain't fought on this stage before, not that big a stage, but he was unbothered, and you knew the stage wasn't going to be too bright for Lamont Roach. You could tell the way he dealt with everything. Now, Frank Martin showed you some signs, some red flags, what made you think, the moment was going to get a little bright. Not Lamont Roach. He was that polar opposite of a Frank Martin. You get what I'm saying? Get in a fight, you think you can't win. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. You got to stay in his place. Yeah, man. Performance anxiety is real. He was comfortable from the jump the whole way to build up everything. I don't think he had the right energy.
As confident as you've been trying to, we gonna see it.
You gonna see.
We gonna see it.
I'm telling you.
Now I was trying to figure this out. You gotta help me with the DMV, DC, Maryland politics. I don't know how it works. Barry and them, that's my guy, man. I love all the headbangers, man. I just talked to Lamont the other day.
For sure.
Came up with them guys, man. And I know from what I understand, like he's been over there training with them. So did you feel any type of way with DC helping Baltimore get ready for DC?
No. And no. Just straight up.
No
Just straight up, no.
Okay.
But it's because I wouldn't put it past them because I know that they have history.
Okay.
So, like, it was just like might have been the slightest surprise. But when I got word or heard, like when it was rumors, I was like, oh, he over there. I figured that. But as the fight went on, I mean, like as the build up went on and stuff like that, I was just like, I was confused. I was like, well, what Calvin at? I'm like, something ain't right.
Because you ain't seen him.
Then I seen him at the DC press conference. But he wasn't on stage.
But was he at New York too?
Nope.
He wasn't at New York.
Mm-mm.
And you seen him in DC?
I seen him in DC.
But he wasn't on stage.
But he wasn't on stage. So I was like, might be a little trouble in paradise.
Yeah.
Then I see online plastered all 4 of the coaches there. I'm like, we gotta get a super team to beat me. I was like, oh yeah, we got them. I was like, we got them. They gotta build the Avengers. They need the Avengers to come beat me. And then taking it back to Headbangers, I got ready for my last 2 fights, kind of like over there. For real. Did I?
At their gym?
At their gym. Like we was coming over there for spawn and stuff like that. So like, and strictly spawn. So they seen me work.
It's like a rec center over there, right?
Yeah.
All right, the hands is a fool, bro. Racer fans don't have this type of division. Yeah, that's a fact. Why some athletes may fear failure in front of a large crowd. Truly great athletes see it's opportunity to showcase their abilities to a wider audience. Yeah, that's all. I think that's what I was speaking to, Mr. In Pride, because I know it's the other side, right? I get it. Some people get nervous, but I know it's something that probably get motivated. Lamont Roach looked like one of those people. Yeah, he definitely easy to like for sure. Feel like Tank did a solid for Coach Barry. Could have been, bro. Boxing source.
It's
not out the realm of possibility.
It's DPR. It's a wreck. So they seen me spar damn near. If I did like 100 rounds, they probably seen 60. So that's why I was like, all right, maybe they want some insight, but I promise you, the only insight they was gonna get from them rounds is that I'll be beating people. That's it. I'm telling you. And I think that probably would help him more. Cause they gonna be like, all right, you better not bullshit.
I gotta get a solid for Tank.
He gonna put it on you if you.
That's also, I think 2 things could be true.
I think that might have helped.
I feel like Gervonta knew though. Like, I feel like he was real about what he was dealing with. And of course, he probably felt like
he tried to tell the people too.
He said it.
He definitely did.
They was trying to talk down on the fight. And he was like, nah, man, he can crack. He started naming all the stuff. He tough. He this and that. He knew, but he probably at the same time for a puncher, you that's the gift and the curse of being able to crack like that is you believe everybody gonna fall.
Yeah.
Even if you give him credit, you believe when I hit him the right way, though, he gonna go. You know what I mean? What was your read on Gervonta going into the fight, him personally, as you watched him, did media with him, and just seeing him the way he was moving?
I would. So me, I wasn't trying to get too into what could be in his camp. In our camp, we put it out there up front street. We preparing for the best Gervonta Davis that's going to ever show up in the ring. All the things he do good. And we going to amplify it, and we going to be prepared for that. I wasn't hoping that he was slipping or, you know, that he was down or whatever the case may be. But like I said earlier, when I say about some of the interactions or like the familiarity, I said this in one of the, I want to say PVC interviews or whatever. I think he doubted himself. I think those in the gloves off. I think he doubted himself. Hell of a talent, hell of a puncher. Super, super, super good accuracy. I think that's what leads to most of his knockouts, honestly. But he doubted himself.
Why you say?
And he been doing that since a kid.
Yeah. Something you know.
That's just something I know. So that played a little.
That's interesting that he said, you know, he been doing that since a kid, doubting himself. And let me tell you why that resonated with me, because I distinctively remember Coach Calvin up on the live one day and saying that Tank could have got Mario Barrios out of there sooner, but he was doubting himself going into that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Lamont, Roach to see, with being familiar with you, what kind of information you able to attain and pick up on, you get what I'm saying? It's just real like that. Some shit that people would have probably never thought.
I think especially when there's not a lot of animosity, because you got
and all
a
that
lot of
just
people
shit mean is this Tank is human.
just have
That's all that means.
differences,
Nothing crazy. Just mean he human,
it
bro.
or whatever the case may be. I don't got no problem with him.
Rude,
He don't
what
got no
it do,
problem with
homie?
me. So I think he was trying to find something to boost his morale or get him going or whatever the case may be. And he tried to, like,
Someone I mean,
like
talk
the
to about
betting
that
me that he
comment.
gonna knock me out and stuff like that. That didn't go too well for him.
Did y'all bet?
Oh, we bet and we shook on it.
He paid up?
He changed his number.
You ain't heard from him. You ain't got that check.
I ain't got that
You
yet.
ain't got that check.
He changed his number, Slim.
Number on him.
So
Pay your fare.
but that'll be a conversation for another day. I think that's what he tried to use to
Yeah,
get
Marcus.
himself
I always
going,
thought
like, he
that
ready,
was very
and
telling.
all that. See, man,
People ignored it, but I always thought that was very telling.
20 with
Man, you look like you had a
You
great
got
week.
him saying that, and then you got the
I
other
ain't
one saying he's
guaranteed
not
going to a
interested
good
in
fight
it.
sometime.
But we supposed to believe we gonna get it based, and then the fighter himself is saying he don't deserve it. But we supposed to believe that they want it, and it's not about being scared or ducking. But I can't believe that you want something when everybody involved in the situation is outside of some of the suits. But the team and you is like, nah, you know, the one saying, coach saying one thing, the other one saying he ain't interested, then you saying he don't deserve it. It's like, there's no way I could logically convince myself, yeah, all of that means, yeah, you still want to fight him. And that's what fans are currently doing. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild because it's not about somebody being scared. They looking at it wrong. But at this time, like, there's no way you could convince me that that's something they looking to do when everything is so negative toward it. Everything. It's like, yeah, but he got to do it like this. And this next fight, he got to win it like this. And he got to look like this and get a knockout like that. It's like, it get weird. So it's like, I don't see it happening. Not no more. I used to be optimistic. I got some left, but not much.
That was the case for you.
I mean, I had a great camp. Some bad things happened. I ain't gonna lie. You can ask my man Reggie, my cameraman. He done seen it. He was out there 7 weeks straight.
Y'all cut that out of the thing, man. We ain't see that.
Nah,
we ain't see that.
A couple bad things happened. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
A couple bad things. But we got it together. A lot of people don't know I had the flu a week before the fight.
Ooh. How many days?
Nah, that's a fact, Marcus.
I had
that's
the flu probably like 4. I didn't get better till 5 days after I got sick. Mind you.
Damn, bro had the flu.
Leading up to the fight week.
The worst possible time.
I was 150, 147? I was 147 like 5 days before the fight.
Dang.
5-6 days before the fight. I couldn't work out.
Yeah, he say it's
down
147, 5 or 6 days out from the fight.
It worked, a lot of water.
Well, pal. Wow.
A lot of water, the work, just, trusting the process that we have, eating
Nah, he had the flu before the public workout.
super, super, super clean now because making 135 was so easy for me. But I definitely had the flu, man. It was concerning,
He said
especially when my dad
five or
was like,
6 days out from the fight.
"No, I just rest." I was like, "You sure you don't want me to work out?" He like, "Just rest."
You ain't gonna get better if you work out. You're not gonna get better.
But that was one of the few things that was one of the few things that went bad. And then another thing, I'm gonna tell y'all after the rematch. That's gonna be a big story. I'm gonna tell y'all after the rematch.
Man, that first bell ring, start walking me through that fight. What you feeling, what you sensing, you know. Like
I was
that's
ready.
the
5
biggest
days
crowd
before
you
the
ever been in
fight.
front of,
Was
the
that
biggest
Monday?
event you ever been a part of.
That's what he said, like
And
5 days before the
from what
fight.
I saw,
5,
like
6
I said,
days.
even with the build up, I didn't see a scared fighter.
He
I
had
didn't
the
see it. Of
flu.
course, you got
I
nerves.
mean, or he was at
yeah, I see
147
him.
But
pounds
it's how you manage them, and it seemed like
because he
he
couldn't
wasn't
work
playing
out.
from the jump. And so start walking me through that fight after that first bell.
After the first bell, it was just like I said, man, my vision be so tunnel. I think I'm in the fight before the fight even start. I visualize the fight
He said a link. What
30,000
what
different
you need a link
ways.
for?
I ain't gonna lie.
Boxing stores. Let me
I
know,
ain't
my
gonna lie.
guy. I got you.
30,000 different ways.
A
I
link for
mean,
what?
like it's a whole lot that I visualize. But once you there, it's like, all right, let me see what he got, and let me see if he can handle what I got. And that was the whole thing from the jump. Like,
Your power and his power. Who can take it?
who could take it for sure? And I just wanted to be assertive. Off like
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
jump.
Yeah,
I
nah, for
ain't
sure.
wanna
Boxing stores.
I didn't
Definitely,
wanna
bro.
take
For
a
sure.
step back for
I
him
got
to
you.
gain some confidence. Now whether it be strategical or not, that's cool. But I definitely
Yeah, this
didn't want to
getting
give him
toward the
no
end
type of
anyway, so
edge.
I
I
got you,
know that
bro.
the crowd was gonna be pro tank for sure. I even told him that in the ring, like, why they yell and stuff like that when you throw a punch?
You said that while y'all was fighting?
While we was fighting, I was like, why? I'm like, why they so loud when you punch? And then, but when I punch you, they don't do nothing. So it was just like, it's just like maintaining, like, all right, this what we here to do. Just execute, 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 execute. My dad was coaching his ass off in that corner
Yeah, he
during the
was.
fight, everything. And
Lamont Roach Sr., underrated coaching performance of the night, man. That man was spot on, man. I'm telling you, I don't think he could have coached no better of a fight. And Lamont Roach executed is about as good as one can, you know, with the instructions given to him.
it's just like to me, it's just like, because it's not a switch that turns on. Because like I said, I'm already in the fight before the fight starts. I got one goal, one objective. So when it come down to it for real, I don't really see the crowd. I ain't see the crowd until I looked at the video. Then I was like, it was sold out to the T. So I'm like, the low output really we kind of expected it in the beginning
From him or from both of y'all?
from him, because I knew he was going to try to bait me, or whatever the case may be. But we knew that we would have to try to at least be active and be controlling with the ring to win those rounds. After the first round, I was like, all right, it's a fill-out round. But how can anybody score that round for him when he ain't do nothing? I was the aggressor, and I knew I was going to be the aggressor from the whole camp.
Yeah, you did that.
The whole camp.
You
I
did
knew I
that.
was going to be the aggressor the whole camp.
It's crazy that he was the aggressor and he said he knew he was going to be, but his fans, his biggest fans, told you that Lamont Roach didn't have enough to keep him off him. That's what they said. It's crazy how they did that, but he spent the damn fight being the aggressor, and we all know he ain't lying because we seen it. It's crazy, right? How he was pressing forward, telling you, man, like he just stood up to the bully. That's all. Like that's why he impressed people the way he did. You get what I'm saying? Stood up to the bully. And I ain't saying bully in a bad way, but, you know, Tank coming in there to do something bad to you, bro. It ain't going to be nice when he do it to you. You get me? He coming to do something bad to you. So, and Lamont Roach just had an answer for them tactics. And it just ended up being a great fight that's leading to another one. Shout out to my dog, Marcus, man. in the Cash App supporting the grind, man. Much love, bro. Appreciate it. Marcus, let me finish this. It's almost at the end, y'all.
Get in there with guys who can punch, bigger guys and stuff like that. So we prepared the right way. We had many looks. We had different looks. We had a short one. We were like super. We had midget in there. We had a guy that fights at 47, but was not really like. He was nowhere near his camp, so he's probably like 68.
Yeah, he big.
Big. A lot of oomph on his shots. And then we had a speedster, a very, very, very athletic fighter too that just match all his tangibles. And we put it together, man. It's just like, all right, some of this stuff is looking like some of it we've been doing in the gym. So it's just like, all right. Then I knew it was going to get to a point where his corner is going to tell him he need to pick it up. That's my game. That's my game right there.
What round you think that was when he hit that?
Probably like 4-5. Not probably like 5-6. Like 5-6. And then when he actually hit me clean, I was like, all right. If that happened again, is it gonna be like this?
Right.
So I was like, if it's gonna be, I'm like, let's test this out again. Not just get hit, but like, let's see what he working with. I lie to you not. After he told me he was like, I hit him with like a clean body shot. He was like, I thought you hit harder than that. I was like, motherfucker, I thought you hit harder than that. You a knockout artist. Right. That's what I told him. I'm like, I said, I thought you hit harder than that. I said, I thought you hit harder than that. And then he was like, oh, I see the round ended. He was like, watch. I went back to the corner. I was like, I got him. I got him. The next round he came out, he tried to hit me hard. I seen it. And you can go back and watch the tape. He threw like a big left. I blocked it or whatever. But he hit me with 2 body shots. But he tried to throw them with all his might. I was like, it's over. The only way he gonna get me is if he get me. And that's gonna be like with an accurate punch or whatever the case may be that's gonna land on the button.
But you wasn't afraid for that to happen. You didn't seem like you were.
Man.
One thing I thought you did real good.
Interesting. So basically, he just downplayed the power. He just said, he thought he hit harder than that. Shit ain't that deep, man. He said he seen what he was working with. He wasn't that impressed, man. You know what I mean? He said he knew he had it, man. Nah, that's interesting though, man. But I always said Tank is more than just power, man. So when people say these things, I'm not surprised, especially if you got the mental fortitude, the toughness, right? You got an actual beard on you. It's understandable, but still, he still know that he could be knocked out. He know that shit, but it's good that he fought the way he did. You know what I mean?
Every time he got off, he was right and right, bang, bang, and everything didn't land clean, but a lot of stuff did. And like that's a silent message. It's silent, but it's not so silent. Like the fighters feeling like, dang. Right there. And a lot of times he'd get off, and he'd just relax, and boom, boom, boom. You'd get off like that ain't that type of party tonight.
Yeah, it ain't.
That was the game plan, or is that an on the fly adjustment you made?
Nah, that's that wasn't necessarily the game plan. That was more IQ. He's a star. So when they see that he do something, they can probably be like, oh, that affected him. Because they know he's a knockout puncher. They know that, nah, it ain't happening like that. Like, it was cool, but I'm right back. And you're gonna see what I do to him, especially people that's not expecting it. Y'all gonna see that. The judges might think that too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta think. In hindsight, to win a 12-round fight, boxing is about perception. You got 3 people scoring the fight. If he finished a combination with some big punches or something that looked like it affected me, they gonna be like, he got that moment. Nah. But that one, I was trying to answer it, but I was trying to get off too. I was trying to rumble, I ain't gonna lie, but I've been telling people that. I'm like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this party like cracking. If he not, I am. So if he ain't had no answer, then that's why I told somebody perfectly. I said, either I'm gonna beat the shit out of him or it's gonna be fight of the year. Cause it's gonna make him bring his skill out. It's gonna make him bring his bag out.
Right.
I said
Probably
that
more
with
confident.
100%
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
When he took
yeah,
the
he
knee,
is.
what, ninth
He
round?
is.
Ninth round.
Some feel
What
like
did
he
you
got
think when
the
he took
edge
the knee?
going into the rematch.
Was he blinking before he took the knee? Could you see he had some in his eye?
No, that's the thing. This whole fight, that's what I'm saying. This whole fight, you don't see him wipe at his eye. You don't see him blink. You don't see him do none of that. After the beginning of the ninth round, I had a very good beginning of the ninth round too. People forget that. I hit him with a lot of punches. I was busy. He didn't really return. When I hit him with that jab, I hit him with a grazing blow before that, like a right hand. He rolled with it and probably barely hit him. But that kind of bothered him too. So that's when you could see him wipe at his eye. The corresponding eye though, the one that I punched with, it hit him in the other eye and he wiped it. When I hit him with the jab, he wiped his eye. Looked at the ref, backed up, took a knee. How's that not a knockdown?
He started counting now.
Started counting.
Then he stopped and let him go
Then
do
stopped
what he
and then
doing.
look, not only that, told him because they picked it up on the mic. You can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, he told him that?
You can't do that because it looks like it looks like a knockdown. Looks? What do you mean looks like? It is.
Took a knee.
Took a knee.
Voluntary.
Just because he told you, hold on, I was getting.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in no fight. I seen people take a knee, like Floyd did it. That's the one everybody point to, but I ain't never seen nobody take no knee and go get their eyes wiped in the middle of the fight. That's like something you might do in sparring.
Something you might do, yes. Something you might do.
Like,
yeah, facts, show.
I ain't gonna take a knee, but I'll go wipe my eye.
Like, hold on, right?
Wipe my
be
eye real quick.
vocal.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got something in my eye. Hold on, real quick. But this is just sparring, though.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that in no real fight, dog. I ain't never seen that in no real fight.
Tragic, right?
Yeah, you can't, man, I know, look, bro, it's a human side to this judging thing, and it's a human side to this, what the refs do, but y'all gotta get it right. You playing, you playing with people's livelihood. What that mean? That means that if you make the right call, my money go up. If you make the wrong call, my money go up, but not like it should. That's playing with my livelihood.
Yeah, for sure. Loss of wages. If people people want to get technical.
Yes.
Loss of wages.
Because you broke your own rules. Like y'all create the bylaws and the rules, y'all broke that.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's just being fair. Yeah. That's real.
So that's the problem I be having with that kind of stuff, man. It'd be tough because you gotta show people some grace, like, man, okay, whatever. But like, if it's a clear rule that you can't break, you can't break that. It just is what it is. No matter how nobody feel about it.
And what's that doing to the integrity of our sport too?
That's a fact.
That's crazy. People get favoritism.
What was something he was doing in there where you was like, that's nice? What was he doing that was working for him, that was giving you trouble? I know y'all might run that thing back, so
He's a lot faster than people think he is. And he twitchy. He
explosive.
Nah, that's a right. That's fact.
He got a good.
That's a fact, show. Yeah, Mike, he always do, bro.
He his twitch is, you never know. A lot of his previous knockouts was off that boom. I mean, and they was brutal. So he got a good eye for boxing for sure.
He got a good boxing mind too. Good
he got
IQ.
a good for sure.
Good IQ.
He got a good IQ.
He was in good shape. Did you hear him breathing? He was in good shape. Got you.
I hope he was in good shape. I hope he think he was in good shape. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about his physical strength? Punching power different than physical strength. When you lock up, is he strong?
Too small.
Yeah.
He too small.
You just said that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class.
That's a new weight class for me. A new weight class for me.
Man. That's what I'm saying. That night y'all was in the same weight class. And you still feel like you're too small?
Too small, man.
Dang.
You just calling a spade. No disrespect, no nothing. He's just too small. I've been in there with some big guys. I do a lot of work that prepares me to be grounded and be strong in the inside, get in position, stuff like that.
His power make up the difference for all that.
Oh yeah, it do.
Explosiveness, skill,
It
accuracy.
do. His
Like you said, his accuracy is something that ain't talked
is
about.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
It takes skill, bro. It take an IQ to be able to see something and then land something like where you need to land it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Tank a damn
His
sniper.
accuracy is unbelievable. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a boxing fan, so like, I done seen them put them dudes away.
After the fight, what you thinking? Last bell ring, what you thinking?
Oh my God. After the last bell, I'm like, oh yeah, like we coming home with this. But
You felt you was gonna win? You felt that's gonna
like I said, it's different in the ring, but and that's the difference. I felt like I just got finished fighting an 8-4 fight. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like it. I felt like I'm like, dog, even if they get it wrong to where the margin, I said
you still felt like you was on
I said, there's no way. I said, there's no way. But when they announced the first scorecard for him, that's
15, 13?
That's when it really got me. And they said for Davis, normally that's coming either a split decision. More than likely,
Roach. Me too.
it's coming a split decision.
Me too. Boxing stores. Same here.
They said for Davis, I said, oh my God, I won.
Yeah.
I said, they're going to give me a split decision win. I was like, we coming home, man. I said, it's coming home again. They say 114. I said,
His face, bro. Nah, yeah, that did it right there, man. This is a good interview from Andre Ward as always, man. He always give good interviews, man. Gold, man. That was toward the end. I ain't need to play the last couple minutes, man. Lamont Roach said some interesting things, man. In there, damn, he don't feel like Tank is, he's too small in the inside, huh? So he ain't worried about him. Interesting, man. But I think the rematch is gonna be good. I know he just gave Tank some bulletin board material. Some of his fans, they're gonna be talking crazy if he get knocked out or something. I know that because of the way he was talking in this, but look, it's a must-see fight at the end of the day. People want to see it. The first one was just you'll want to see it again. So there we go. They're gonna run it back. Boxing Source, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's happening, Just Do?
What's going on?
Man, just going through the full interview, man. I had caught snippets there earlier, so I didn't watch the full interview until you pretty much like ran it right there, man.
Oh yeah, I just said, hey man, I'm on late anyway. Let's just run through it, man. It was a pretty good sit down. Ward always do great work.
Yeah. So there are a few nuggets there that Lamont Roach was talking about. But the whole thing with him talking about Tank being too small, I mean he knew that from the jump though, because me talking with him way before they had announced the fight initially, I said man, everybody talking about you going up to fight Tank there at 135 when he started his career. He was pretty much fighting around 135, 136. He went down to 130 later on in his career. Then went back up. So he was already fighting somebody that was gonna be naturally smaller than him come fight night.
Yeah, true.
So that was one factor in the level of familiarity they've had for years. That was just something that he was like, oh man, I know this dude. I've been knowing this dude since we was kids. So anything that he does here leading up to the fight, like I've seen it already. So what can he do to like pretty much, shake me or phase me or anything like that? He can't. So that was the thing, man. All the other opponents that Tank had, they had a level of like nervousness or something like that against him. before the
Right.
fight.
Yeah.
Roach didn't have that.
Nope. It just seemed like it was a lot more consistent confidence on the side of Roach and his team, and it looked like it was like confusion, question, and maybe some concern or worry on the other side. And maybe people were trying to overlook it, so we didn't come off as like over analyzing the situation. But I think, given how everything kind of, just materialized, man, I think it's safe to say it was definitely a lot going on that other side, man. And I ain't saying that's just why he looked like that, but you could feel the energy, man. You could see the confidence Lamont had. You could tell it was authentic. He wasn't overdoing it. Like, I'm big on when a fighter don't oversell something to me. I really believe him. And that's what he was doing, right? He wasn't overselling it. He was just like letting y'all know, like, all right, y'all doubting me, like, okay. Like, y'all making it seem like I can't fight or something, man. I'm gonna get in here. And then when he do it, people kind of shell shocked, and they don't know if they want to say it was an off night or a lucky night. Off night for Tank or a lucky night for Roach. They don't know.
Off night, the thing there where he didn't have his full camp or whatever it was, and like I said, I mean, even on the other side, whether they had something going on with Coach Calvin or Coach Kenny or not, like still you got to give credit to Lamont Roach Jr. for the performance that he had, and he performed to the best of his abilities, and he pretty much seen like the mannerisms of Tank. He knew what Tank was basically going to do there in the ring, and was like a step ahead of him on multiple occasions there for that fight. So you did have that. I'm looking to see if they're gonna have that rematch. They got June 21st reserved for the T-Mobile Arena for now. As of last week, Coach Senior didn't get any update on it, but I'm saying, like, hey, just go ahead and be a little, wait a couple weeks or something like that. You'll get something. You know what I mean? So
Right. Say, look, they went Wednesday gonna cry in the car. They shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love, homie, as always, for the late show and clips. Baby boy got sick today, man. I had to come on a lot later, but I was able to squeeze in a nice little conversation. That interview was cool.
Yeah,
at least we getting a good fight out of Keyshawn and Santos, I think, up next. So that's cool too, man.
Yeah.
But good interview, man. I see the June 21st date floating around, but I know they were saying they don't know if that's for sure gonna be the date. And we just gonna see. I'm pretty sure they'll be announcing it sooner or later.
Yeah, I say within about a couple of weeks. Because as long as I still see it on the Nevada event schedule, and yeah, they I haven't seen it like anything removed yet. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be another good fight, I believe, man. Just hopefully, they just announce it sooner than later. Get it over with.
Yeah. Hey, God bless you both, by the way, man. Good to see you both, man.
What's going on,
man? What you call it, man? Like, yeah. I mean, hopefully it's a good fight, but I don't think Edwin should have took this fight, man. He coming off like a long layoff, and yet the medical issues, man. I thought he should have got a tune-up with somebody like Andy Cruz or somebody like that, because this ain't the same Edwin. I know Edwin's still gonna put up a fight, but it's not the same, Edwin that fought Shakur, most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, he got definitely a lot of questions to answer, and against a tough young guy that's building momentum and winning impressively. So yeah, he got his work cut out for him. I just respect him being willing to take the challenge coming off his situation. So I respect it. I mean,
most definitely. Yeah,
it's an opportunity. It's one of them things where it's boxing and you can't turn that opportunity down. So you just got to take it, right? The worst thing to happen is you lose, but I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like he got that opportunity to upset some shit if it go his way. But
but he was. Yeah, I don't think it was wise for him to ask for it at all, though. Like he was asking for this opportunity, and I don't think he should have. I think he should have, took like this, get back in the swing of things first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I get it.
I mean, it's interesting because they were talking about him potentially facing Frank Martin at 140.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a damn good fight too, I believe, man. I really wanted to see that, but I ain't mad at this one either. I said, okay, Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Keyshawn said, hey, you want to fight? Cool, top rank. I just think I appreciate how top rank ain't getting in the way of this. That's what's impressive to me. You know, the fact that they ain't try to say, nah, fight somebody else. He like, okay, y'all letting him do him. I like this. I like this.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think they're putting their chips into Keyshawn here now since Shakur is not there with Top Rank anymore, and Noma is basically retired. So as far as like a high level or a high profile fighter that they can have within their budget,
right.
This is who they're putting their chips on right now until they figure out what's going to happen in July.
Right. And it's funny because I know Raymond Moritai appears to be going to IBF route.
Yep.
But it's funny how he ranked number 1 in the WBO.
Yep.
It's crazy.
He's been number 1 in the WBO.
And if they ain't make that fight, man, I would have said, man, that's a damn good fight to make. But I heard him speaking something like unification type deal, like maybe get the IBF strap and they fight. I said that'd be an even better fight though. You know what I mean? With 2 belts on the line. I mean, it'd make it a little more interesting, of course, but I think it's a good fight, belt or no belt, belts or no belts. You know what I mean? Good fight.
Right.
But I think Moritai, I think he beats Moritai. I really do. They were saying how, Moritai said Keyshawn an easy win for him and, he ain't on his level. That was like a year ago. I had made a little short video on it. And then 2 months ago, it went from that to, oh, we'd be a big fight, especially if I get the win and this and that. I'm like, it's crazy how that shit changed, man. I think he beats him, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the growth of Keyshawn there last year.
D-Ray
fights last year. And with Moritai, he had the fight with Tevin Farmer and other opponents, but it's not the same level of progression as Keyshawn Davis has. So
I agree. I done seen him get dropped by lesser guys. I think he's been put down once or twice in his career. I ain't no indictment on him. He's still a hell of a fighter, but I just seen them lesser guys. I see the weaknesses. I'm like, nah. And then the way y'all think about Keyshawn, I was like, y'all clearly got him effed up. Y'all think it's something sweet. And I just don't see that. I see a really skillful young guy that's confident and improving. And I see his confidence is real confidence. I think it's based off the work he put in, the success he having, and just him believing in himself. That's a rare combination. And then you go to the corner and you got a guy like Bomac, and they chemistry is unmatched. That shit is great to see, man. It's fun to watch. So, they got something good going on over there, man. I think De Los Santos gonna find that out.
Coach Bomac is like really proud of Keyshawn
CJ
and his progression over the course of his career. So like I think that chemistry is like A1 at this point.
Yeah, it's just really good to see. It's like reminiscent of what him and Bud had going on, right? That's like a 2.0 or just a different version of that, right? Still his own fighter, but he got that mean streak like Bud, and he really liked to get in there and mix it up and be entertaining while he do it. And he got a good personality, if you ask me. I really think people be mad at the wrong things. I'm like, bro, y'all, what do y'all want? Do y'all all want what you want? For all Frank Martin and Boots? Like, and they don't talk like you want everybody to be like that.
Or back in the day, Miguel Cotto or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, let's talk fashion. What it do, Remo? Like, what you don't want? You don't want these dudes to have no fun. And it's like, if you really listen to him, he'll explain like why he talk the way he do and all that. He be just trying to have fun. He just want to fight, want to prove he nice. And I think through the fights that we seen, that's exactly what he proven. It's like you can tell who watch him and who don't. Because somebody was saying he ain't really punching like that. And I'm like, I don't know what we be comparing it to, but he got a pretty good KO ratio, man. He could get rid of his guy, man. If he getting the right shots on you, he could hurt you. He could beat you up pretty good. So I don't know. I like what I'm saying from him. I like the pedigree, the progression. I like the fact that he's staying focused. The little hiccup with the Albright fight, how he switched that shit up and just locked in. People was ready to write him off, call him all types of weed heads. like to know his backstory, the mental institution, man, that shit is all real. I'm like, I root for him 2 times over, man. I'm like, this dude is legit having fun in real time, man, and could have easily been counted out or fell by the wayside, but he's staying focused, man. I like it.
Yeah, he had that that special on what the ESPN or the Top Rank joint before his fight with Lemos, where through his backstory on that,
right,
and then also the joint where he had to deal with his sisters that had a car accident before the fight, so that was a lot.
Yeah. That's great. All in the homecoming fight, right? It's supposed to be a smooth night, man. You going through some stuff. He just got through it. You would have never knew any of that stuff existed. He went out there, compartmentalized, and performed. World class. Like his last 2 performances just was impressive. And to see that people are finding ways to take credit from the wins is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Lemos wasn't shit. I'm like, bro, how do y'all make assessments, man? I get it. He ain't make the weight. But the man was like middleweight in there, he said. Keyshawn said he was about 160 in there. He chopped him up. That's Lemos coming off, giving Richardson Hitchens, who's a champion now, the toughest fight of his career. And it's like when Keyshawn beat him up and stop him, after y'all say he could be a dangerous fight and he go the other way, make it look easy. It's like, Lemos wasn't shit. Then he beat up Baranchik. Baranchik was tailor-made for him, man. He's the weakest of the champions. I'm like, bro, Top Rank fed him. They just handed him that belt. I'm like, bro, shut the hell up. He beat him up, bro. The dude is class, man. Baranchik pretty solid. He got a little funny style, but he can fight. He's showing just a different level.
He's a silver medalist. You know what I mean? Like still Olympic silver medalist at the end of the day. He was the one that gave Emmanuel Navarrete problems when folks was thinking that Navarrete was going to move up to another division and win fourth?
Gave him half.
Fourth division. That's what it was. Yeah. So, hey, if he could do that against Navarrete, then he's got to have something.
Right.
Yeah, I'll return. By the way, but
all good.
In regards to Dennis Baranchik, I love Keyshawn. He's my 4th favorite fighter, but nevertheless, I do agree that Baranchik, he wasn't a highly efficient fighter. He wasn't highly elite. Like there's none, like he didn't have really like exceptional power, brilliant speed or brilliant timing or any astonishing footwork or astonishing punch placement or anything like that. But nevertheless, he was a champion, and it's still a good win on Keyshawn's record. I will say that.
Right. He grab his lunch pail and go to work. Yeah, he getting better.
He's the businessman.
Yeah, right. So I like he's smart. He embracing that space too. Just smart dude, man. Like I couldn't be happier for him, man. He doing it the right way, making the most out of these opportunities. Showed some vulnerabilities, some hiccups early, made some corrections. He's made himself vulnerable by telling his story and just continuing to push. I think that should make it all the better. Now you got a son. I know how to, kids motivate. So it's just good to see him becoming his own man. You know what I mean? And
most certainly.
Being one of those guys that you gotta acknowledge him. You can hate him all you want, but you gotta acknowledge that he's talented.
Yeah, most certainly. Jusdueboxing. Hey, Jusdu, I appreciate you, by the way, for releasing the Shakur sparring footage, man. And by the way, my bad for not my bad, but I know last time I was here was some commotion in the comments because I saw upper echelon, and he made some very absurd comments saying that Zepeda would beat Shakur and that he would give him hell and all that kind of stuff, and I was all calling him like a big belly man and all kind of stuff like that.
The block hot with Shakur, man. Like I go through it all the time, bro. I think it's become popular to hate on him and talk negative. Like I've watched people do this shit for years at this point. Like every conversation, every topic, every fight, no matter what he do, it's like all negative. Every decision he make, every tweet. I've watched this shit for years, so it's like they just gonna keep being wrong, bro. That
most certainly
being wrong.
Yeah, and it's so astonishing to me. I mean, it's a little astonishing to me because I'm a late bloomer. Like right. I really started getting into boxing during the quarantine time when I was 19 years of age.
Right.
And Shakur, he was the guy who really got me into boxing.
Right.
As soon as I saw Shakur, his swift hand speed, his defense, it was like the Matrix. Like he's not getting hit. He's throwing these rapid combinations. I liked his power. Like I saw the Felix Caraballo fight, and he brutally finished him. I liked his power and everything.
Yeah,
it was just, and then I was just thinking to myself, there's nobody that could beat this guy. Like I was just thinking, like I love him. Like he was a blast to watch.
It's some good fights out there for him for sure, and there's some guys that had that chance to upset and possibly beat him, right? But it is not going to be a fight that he going to be in ever. I think in his career that he don't have a real good chance at winning. Like, and I really believe for him to lose, it's going to take a special fighter and a special performance, one or the other, or more than likely both. Special fighter with the special performance, because I think he's a step ahead of people, and I don't want to say he's 3 steps ahead of everybody. I'm gonna just not exaggerate. I'm gonna say I think he's just a bit smarter than most of these dudes, and they haven't. I don't think they understand boxing the way he do. Like you got guys still approaching it, talking like just about the physical side of it. Oh, power this, and I punch like that, and he don't do this, and nah, I don't want to hear that shit, man. That dude make it extremely hard to get a beat on him, and it's with everybody. I want to see just how good he is when he step in there with a couple of these names, man. That's why I want to see the Zepeda fight for him. I want to see the Tank fight, even though I don't think we getting that no more. Like I said, man, more and more y'all gonna be hearing me say it, man. My optimism is like it's still a little bit in there, but it's I just don't believe it's gonna happen. I think they already played their hand. They overplayed it. They gonna be cool with framing him as a duck and saying he never wanted to fight. This is why he went over there. He did X, Y, and Z, and I could see it already a mile away. But listening to the team and the fighter, and they just sound like they not interested collectively. Like collectively, they don't seem like they interested, and it's a little disappointing.
But who's the
it ain't.
Nope. You get me? Like
it's, but for me on my side, it's just that the numbers the math ain't mathing, at least right now. So.
It's like I could see it being that, but I just feel like it's that the rules apply differently for him, for Shakur, right? Like they'll say he don't sell this or his performance is bad. That it's like all these different written rules, unwritten rules for him, and it's like if you apply that same logic and rules to the guys that he been fighting, then he don't fight none of those dudes either. So it's like, who the hell should he fight? And it's like, if he ain't, you get what I'm saying? But when you say the math ain't math, then I agree with you. I agree. Would that guy get paid? That I just don't see them being willing to pay it. I don't. Show me a fighter that they paid up front where he be getting paid. I see that being an issue already. That's
who you're pertaining to, Shakur or who?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the holdup. That's why you start hearing people say, "Well, we ain't taking the pay cut," and it's just weird. Like too much resistance, and it sounds like that's not gonna be in their plans, and it's more financial, in my opinion, than
exactly
the guy being scared.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
So Shakur, I think he's a wise businessman, right? He making sure everything right financially. I mean,
I wish Mike Kirkland, man. I'm hearing that he might vacate the title and might retire, but Bob Arum last statement was what I already knew about the back, and he said it ain't really about.
He's about on his way. I mean, when you have the fight with Murataya versus Abdullayev and they made it for the interim. That was pretty much a sign there. But talking with the couple reps with Top Rank, they're like saying like, "Hey, he's he's good." You know what I mean? So,
and we got cheated out of both of them, and I don't know which one I think I'm a little salty about the Shakur one because that was right there for the pickings, and then when they got announced that he could have fought him for a vacant title or whatever the case, I'm like, oh, perfect. And he said, "Nah, I'm cool." Loma said,
he
said,
was.
"Nah, I'm gonna go beat up Cambosis though. I'm definitely gonna beat
Yeah.
him up." I'm like, damn, I swear for a minute I thought we was gonna see Shakur and Loma. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
Then
especially
we
since
heard, then I
Shakur.
got over that and I heard the Tank and Loma negotiations. Yes, we about to get that. Then no, I'm like, Loma, you crapped on us twice, bro. But I get it.
Bro.
I get it. I get it to a degree because I try to be realistic and not selfish. 36 years old, got a couple losses. You stayed in the, the amateur ranks for an extended period of time. I think his first professional fight, he was 26. That's a little older than most of these guys, right? I mean, considerably by some years. So when you see where he at now, you kind of understand, like, all right, I kind of get it, and then you're a smaller guy, arguably competing in a weight class that's too big for you at 35. So that's how he's talented, being able to compete with those guys that he's a small dude, man. Loma's small.
Yeah, and
Me
Mike
too,
Kirkland.
Mike. Me too. I promise.
Yeah, Mike Kirkland in the comments. You said I wanted Shakur to expose the so-called mentors. Yeah, in my honest perception, I believe that even Loma in his prime, I don't think he could beat Shakur.
Me neither.
That's just my honest perception. I think he will give him a more challenging fight in his prime, of course.
Me too.
But I don't think he would ever win.
I just, to me, like, right, this is how I chalk it up sometimes, right? Like, real recognize real all the time. And when it comes to that dude, I think it's something about, like, the reason these dudes don't want to fight him, and it's not being scared. I just think he matches up bad with some of these dudes. And then they don't want to take the loss. If they don't have to fight him, they just not going to do it. And the amount of people that I've heard he sparred, like, there's almost absolutely, like, it's always going to be names, but for the guys, the who's, like, it ain't, you name them, he sparred them. Multiple weight classes up, middle weights and all types of shit. Like, this dude really be about the smoke. And I think that should be running some fights off because they know, like, shit just a bad matchup. No scared. I ain't scared to lose to him. None of that. It's just like, if I ain't got to, and I could go make some money fighting somebody else or take a more winnable fight instead of getting embarrassed for 12. You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
That's what I think. Like, it's a confidence thing to lose round after round after round. It's one thing to be competitive throughout a fight and lose, but if you just look at the body of work and how he typically win the fight, that shit don't be close. That's why I was saying it the other day. I've never seen somebody get dragged for winning that by that type of margin consistently. I don't give a damn what entertainment. Take that casual shit somewhere else. That should be landslides and it don't be close. There's no way I could look at that and be like, that's not good enough.
Like, exactly. Like his reflexes, his vision, his control distance, like all that, man. Yeah. Like, how could you say like this guy is trash? Like, what?
Keyshawn got some of that and with more aggression to him, know what I'm saying? But that should just make him more entertaining and more exciting. But
really? You think he? Keyshawn is I would say he is more aggressive than Shakur.
Yeah.
But I feel like Shakur is definitely.
I mean, in spots, because I know this is this consensus that Shakur dude is all this moving, but if you really pay attention, he fight in the pocket a lot. And depending on the fight, you'll catch him being physical in the inside too. You get what I'm saying? People just don't give him credit for that, being strong in the inside, physical. It's something me and my guy Ant McQueen talked about. It's something I noticed in fights as well. When he in the inside, he definitely could be physical. You know what I mean? I think he could surprise some people depending on how he decide to fight. But it's all up to him, man. I got a chance.
It's how he fights in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, what you call, like, my honest perception of Shakur Stevenson's style is he's technical, aggressive, and defensive. Yeah. For example, I'll point out fights like the fight like not only Jamel Herring and Yoshino, but the fight that just happened recently with Padley. Like his body work, like not only did he have cheetah-like speed on his attacks, but his body work resembled how Boots attacks the body. You know how Boots like he doubles up his jabs and stuff like that. He doubles up his punches. Like that resembled Boots. I was like, that was fire.
Yeah, he was punching off the break. It's a lot of little shit I was looking for that he was doing in that fight, and that's all that all comes with comfortability and confidence with him. The more comfortable he is, the more confident he's gonna be, and the better his offense gonna flow.
Yeah, and
I've
that
seen it
commentator
enough
got it
times
spot
to
on.
know.
That was his
So
speed
against,
was cheetah like in
yeah,
that fight.
against somebody like Padley, I already knew. I'm like, yeah, you ain't cracking. He definitely about to treat you. He about to treat. And somebody was in here talking about that the other day and making it like a negative, like the fact that he'll stand in there if you don't have power that'll trouble him, but if you do, he'll move. I'm like,
Which is not true.
Describing what it means to be smart, you idiot, and you making it a negative thing because you don't understand the sport. I'm like,
yeah, and it's not even true. Like, look at what he did to
crazy.
Yoshino and Oscar Valdez. Those were punchers. They had mid 70% KO percentages.
Yoshino was coming off some good wins. He knocked out Nakatani faster than Loma, I believe, knocked him out in 6. He had some good wins. Undefeated guy. I mean, he just, those punches, I was at that fight. Them punches was just too fast. He wasn't seeing them. And that's what really was knocking them all balanced. The knockdowns, like it wasn't like the biggest punch, but he looked strong for that first fight too at 35. And
yeah, you can see his face. Like he was all bruised up.
There on that fight.
Yeah, I talked to him. He said he had a great training camp for that. Said he had a great training.
What was that after that fight? After that fight, he was chasing Dev after that fight.
Yeah.
Wait, who was he chasing?
It was like ain't no way in hell getting in there with that guy. Ain't getting in there messing with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all in there messing with him.
You was saying what's up? You know what I mean?
Oh, that was after Yoshino fight, the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko?
Yeah, after the Yoshino fight. Yep.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna always have this picture. Yo, he got the coldest
this is after Yoshino.
He got the coldest hair downs in the game too. Look how he had Kid Austin. I'm never taking these out. This is just a classics, bro. Look how he's looking at that man like that. Yo, look at the food. Point to the food, man.
Look at his demeanor.
Yeah, he like, bro, you telling me that's the dude that's running around here scared to get in the ring and fight? Yeah, all right.
hey, just dude, what do you think about? Did you see the sparring photos? How like Shakur, he always smiling and like his opponents, they all
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I get a lot of inside information. You know what I mean? And some of it I'm able to get directly from the source. Shout out to my dog Behind the Hands TV, but he be beating a lot of these dudes. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Did you see that picture of Gary Antoine?
I ain't gonna say he never get no work put on him and nothing like that. Everybody, don't nobody go in the gym and have their best day every day. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's really known around the gyms that he'll get off on you. Yeah, he'll get off on you and put some hands on you.
Wait, do you have the footage with Shakur and Lamont and Shakur and Gary Antoine?
Nope. You talking about sparring footage?
Yeah, because did you see those photos? How like Shakur's all smiling, that
like there was like classic stuff. If I find that,
Shakur be smiling like he just be like whooping everybody.
What it do, man? Yeah, he got in there. They should have let him rock out though with that next gen. What it do, fam? Real life hitman say the job too good. He can't say no. You already know it, next gen. But I'm glad he got his money though, because he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? And
most definitely. I will say that.
For taking the fight. I respect Keyshawn for offering it and being on his business. So just may the best man win. And I hate to say I got a dog in the race, but I'm really rocking with Keyshawn. I've been advocating for him since he was like 3 or 4-0 when people have been saying he ain't fighting nobody. So now,
yeah,
at the 13-0, it's like, now y'all asking him to fight Shakur. That times change so fast, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
So you want to see the guy that y'all said don't fight nobody, fight the guy that's scary. Make it make sense. It got to be a reason y'all want to see them two fight, and it can't just be because one guy is good. So it's like they tell on themselves. The more they demand that fight, the more they tell me that y'all know how good both of them are. You know how good Keyshawn is working himself to be, and you know what Shakur is as a fighter right now. Like anybody could be beat. You know what I mean? I think if these dudes all mix it up with each other enough of the times, I think they'll all have losses when it's all said and done.
Really? Like it's just very, very
it's just what it is, and it's
Shakur.
all good. Maybe it'll normalize this shit if people see enough favorites lose. And it's unfortunate, but seems like that's what need to happen for people.
You gotta make the fights happen. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? For real. Like, so it could be regular. It shouldn't be, a fighter getting dragged after losing a fight that you wanted to see him in against a top guy. It should be respect. Like, you could talk his shit, but damn, don't tear the fighter down. You wanted to see it. They gave it to us. Salute him and support him. On to the next. It's just like these people nowadays, they just too toxic.
Yeah.
What you're talking about with that, the Crawford Spence joint, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
how they did with that boxing source. I know you heard the same conversations I heard. Errol Spence took the easy route. He wanted to make all the in-house fights because he was ducking. Terrence Crawford got the WBO strap and never wanted to unify. He sat there holding one belt because he was ducking, and then they end up fighting. And I'm like, wow. Do y'all still feel like they were scared of each other? Like this stuff is the ignorance, and then we don't learn nothing from that, because then we fast forward to today. Now you can type in your YouTube search right now, Edwin De Los Santos duck Keyshawn Davis. Watch how many videos come up, and none of them people are gonna come back and say he did. Probably maybe one or two, but the majority they not. They're gonna move on to the next topic. Frame the man as a duck. I never called him that. I'm like, you just gotta wait and see, man. Can't ask guys to get in there if their money ain't right, especially if your promoter about to jip you out of 175K. Like, come on, man. Like,
that's what, man. I mean, I know that Mr. Sampson has been going through some things or whatnot, but to hear something like that from Sampson, that's wild, man. Don't make me hit up Sergio Martinez and have him say something that make me out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he better be in shape.
I had something on the queue there where you was talking about Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, but anything you would have had to share it on your screen though.
Nah, all good.
Yeah, you was talking about the joint there with him and Dev. So that was after the Yoshino fight.
All good.
Yeah. So that was the joint I had there real quick.
Shout out to you. You doing some great work, man. You be in the mix and you just be working, bro.
Who y'all got between Shakur, the Yoshino, the Yoshino Shakur versus the Devin Haney Regis performance?
I like them both of their performances. I just feel like Shakur I always felt like Shakur beat Devin Haney. I always did. And whenever that little clip I be playing to mess with his fans from time to time with Bill Haney talking when he was being recorded. You could complain about the recording, who did it, how they came about, why they did it, all that stuff. But the moral of the story is the shit that was being said on tape is there's no way you can convince me that you ever wanted to fight him if that's how you was talking. Like, because you spoke about how the gap, it being a gap, and it's still being a gap to this day. You said it closed a little bit. Of course you're gonna say that, but you still saying it's a gap. So you're not convincing me that you're gonna fight a guy that you clearly on record admitting to is just better than you, better than your son. Like, that shit was crazy, man. I was like, wow. Like, it ain't nothing you can say. Y'all could try to argue till y'all blue in the face. He said, if he ever got it off on him, it'd be considered a good day. Call Shakur the big homie. Like, this shit was crazy. I was like, bro.
I don't know what's
go to 140, bro.
Yeah. We're already ready.
Was that really what he was saying? Everybody just forgot about that though. Like,
I never forget that. And I was like, damn, man, I respect y'all, but shit.
We already ready to go to 40, bro. We already ready to go
40, bro.
Thanks, stupid. He'd just randomly pop up and do that in the live, and then they go viral. 3 seconds go viral. Yeah, that man is a fool, man. Man. Shout out to Dev though. Okay, I'm rooting for him personally, his comeback, his get back. But I definitely would have loved to see them two fight, but I knew it wasn't happening either. And now it's sad to say that I'm starting to feel like the fight that we really want here ain't gonna happen either. Business. Egos, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. The only way it happens for me, if somebody got to reach out to somebody directly. Like, fighters got to be on the same page.
They got to be like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, or Earl and Bud. Got to be where a conversation is had. If not, it's over. I just don't see it. I don't. Should have let Yoshino go out and shit. You know what? Being there live, bro, just like, I don't know if I'm just being wild. I wouldn't have mind seeing him punch on him for a couple more rounds next gen. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was only the 6th round. I was like, man, he was so sharp that night. I just wanted to see more. But
yeah, plus Yoshino was taking too much damage, I think.
you just see
his face was all bruised up.
Yeah.
Where the punches was coming. He couldn't keep up what was coming at him. And I know people hate to say it because it's Shakur, but he didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, he was getting blind. Them shots was coming. I'm like, yeah, he just it's levels, and it's clear as day. The only thing that's going to happen from here is he's just going to get beat up. And I think when it's that obvious, when you're not like winning no second of any round,
when it's that one-sided, yeah,
it's like,
and
bro,
you get beat up like that.
And he like, yo, show me something. He did tell him that, and he just kept getting punched on. So he was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. People complain about that. He stopped it too soon. I'm like, bro, show me your favorite fighter beating somebody that clearly like that. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me. Without losing no
just,
rounds.
Dude,
like, shut up, man. Like, that shit is a wash. There's no need for it to go another 6 rounds. Yeah, we know he tough, but do he need to get his brain shook up for 6 more rounds like that straight? Because he not winning none of them. So it's like, I'll be understanding. Although I could have enjoyed a couple more rounds of him performing like that, but it was what it was. It's like, shit, a guy that I thought that he was going to stop was Conceição. I was there. And seeing the way they was checking on him in between rounds, he was getting punched on, going to the body. He was just getting outclassed thoroughly. And I'm like, yeah, they about to stop it. But he was tough as hell. He just made it through.
Yeah, most definitely. And what you call that's Saint Yoshino. He went 12. He went full 12. Didn't he go? No. Nakatani went a full 12 rounds with Teofimo, and Yoshino knocked him out.
6 rounds. Knocked him out faster than Loma did.
Not Loma, Teofimo. Nakatani went 12 rounds with Teofimo.
Yeah, and Yoshino knocked him out. Fight tall guys no more. He was complaining. Shout out to Xavier. Does Keyshawn still select Edwin if the circumstances ain't the same? Yeah, I think he do. Because I mean, if you just going off of what he's shown you, like, he go towards the smoke, right? There's been a couple instances where you could point to in his career where he could have took easier fights and he took a more challenging one. So he's a guy that's showing you he about to smoke. I know, like, where we discuss boxing on a different level. I don't think he's. Maybe his team is sitting there saying, "Yo, you know what? We about to catch him slipping. He been inactive. You know what I mean? Coming off health concern. That could be the case. Cause I'm pretty sure they do their homework. But I think Keyshawn, the fighter, is looking at it like this. The guy I said is dangerous though. He gave Core a good fight or didn't get embarrassed. You get me? I don't think he's sitting there necessarily like, yo, I got the ups and this is why I'm fighting him. Right? You trying to fight him because he's somebody that's deemed dangerous, right? And he ain't part of the top ranked plan. So that should tell you a lot about what kind of fighter he is. He ain't trying to just stick to an in-house fighter, go find something easy for a homecoming. He noticed everybody is talking about how dangerous this dude is. Okay, I'll fight him. And that's how I look at it. I know it's that layoff and, you know, the blood clotting and all that stuff. I get it, but it's boxing. Like, you know what I mean? Next man up. So he getting an opportunity and he asked for it. So now we're about to see what he do with it. You know what I'm saying? June 7th.
Yeah. And shout out to Next Gen. Wait, TFM went 12 with a prime Nakatani. Wait, but wasn't that the same year? It was the same Nakatani, right? Also Xavier.
Now Teo fought the undefeated Nakatani. When Yoshino fought Nakatani, he took a couple L's. He lost to Teo, of course. Loma had
wait, but he was still in his prime though, right?
It's tough to say prime, but it still is a good win. It's a respectable win. There's no way you could take the win off Yoshino record. He had a couple of them. I forgot. He had 2 or 3 solid wins, like, for him.
Oh, we had
I thought prime was
Verdejo. He beat Verdejo.
Yeah.
Nakatani did.
Right. Man.
That was a fight.
You see how he turned out boxing swords? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy, man. I was like, damn, bro. You know what I thought? Just to see that happen, I wonder, did he have any like brain damage type stuff? Remember the motorcycle accident?
Mm-hmm.
Never was the same, bro. And then for him to do what I read that he did, I was like, bro, that don't even make sense. It's like you not in your right mind. You just never know. But that shit was crazy.
Hey, man.
I appreciate the response. Definitely subscribe and salute to you, bro. Definitely. That's what we do over here. We build. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, I think Keyshawn is just showing you that he's a fighter that'll take a challenge. But us as fans, we're conditioned to overanalyze everything and try to find that as a reason. Yeah, he's only fighting him because he's been inactive, and it's like that could be because this is about the competitive edge. But I'll be willing to acknowledge that as well as acknowledge Keyshawn is. I think he trying to show you who he is. Should I say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he been showing you is, I think, who he is, and I think that's what he's trying to show you by
going out. We're in the era where like a lot of these fighters can't necessarily take breaks.
Right.
You talk about people like to talk about the 80s and 90s and that type of thing in the 70s, but those top fighters that people talk about in the 70s, they had those breaks. I mean, you look at Chavez, look at how many fights he had. What do you think he had to do in order to have those many fights?
Right.
You know? So that's the thing. We can't see these modern day fighters have those, as they say, those in between fights to where they could fight a guy that's like, 10 and 7, or you know what I mean, like 21 and 12 or something. Right. You know what I mean? So
right.
Wait, you mean break as in tune up?
Kind of that's kind of like the name for it is tune up. But we kind of say, instead of tune up, we say stay busy fight. How about that?
Right, stay busy. Right.
Well, for Edwin, that would be more of a get back in the swing of things type of fight.
That's another dangerous fight for him. But the thing is, he playing with house money because he been off. He might not. He obviously ain't gonna be no favorite. I doubt that, and he probably gonna be expected to lose. So to a degree, so he could just go out there and just do his thing. Like the pressure is on Keyshawn. But you know what? He
Edwin did ask for it.
So
he like
maybe pressure on himself,
Edwin feels he's ready.
Keyshawn building. He can't take no steps back right now. He talk his talk. They looking for any reason to critique and criticize him. Like right now, they're trying to downplay the level of danger that he present because he been off and stuff like that. This dude is a young man, bro. He could take some time off and be okay. It's not the end of the world for him. You get me? Like Edwin, like 23, maybe 24 years old. So he young, bro. He'll be okay. Keyshawn dog for sure. Wasn't the scenario. I'm thinking this team Tyron will allow it. They said let's grow the fighters and let's make it a bigger fight for making a fight. I mean, look, I can understand why you could feel that way, bro. That's understandable because look, more times than not, guys are looking to make the in-house fights. But I'm really starting to feel like I think they just believe in this kid. I do. I think they do. I really do.
Edwin is 25, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? They essentially this would be cross promotion because he ain't on Top Rank. So you get me? So or he gonna be fighting on that platform. I think the fact that I think he let him fight this guy speak volumes to me. I think it do. So
yeah. And Edwin is 25.
And you know what? Be honest with you, Bob know boxing. He felt like shit. He seen Shakur win and he thought Shakur was gonna pull out the fight. So he definitely liked with Keyshawn. I heard him speak recently about Keyshawn and how he fight. And he speak highly of him. So I think he feel like he like his chances. And I mean, I just wish I would love to know the thinking behind it too. Because look, they sent a $400K offer. That mean they was really about making this fight. So yeah, I can't deny that, the circumstances surrounding it could be a factor for sure. Because that's just business. That's just like scouting, right? Yo, hey man, he ain't been active, man. That's sports. That's nothing underhand. That's just what it is. But I think the fighter himself is like, bro, hell with all of that. He talking about fighting me. He tagging me in Instagram posts talking about I forgot. And then like, bro, all right, let's go. That's how I'm looking at it. Like
he talking like he's ready.
Keyshawn is like, he been inactive and he ain't fighting. Keyshawn like, bro, you asking for it and my team allowing it. Let's do it. You get me? And I'm gonna show. He probably like he get a chance to not try to one up Shakur, but like, all right, bro, look, watch this. Like, you get me? I know it's some competition in that way. Like, watch what I do with him. You get me? So it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So Edwin, Edwin are calling him out that hints that he feels that he's ready. Like,
right. So it is what it is, man. But I think we got a good fight coming up, man. And it's gonna be an interesting few months, man. These next couple fights gonna be fun.
Yeah,
most
definitely. Shout out to Raymond Ford, man. Raymond Ford, the Lamont Roach stock has clearly rose to a I think a comfortable degree.
Yeah, he said he would fight Lamont at 135.
Right,
Yeah.
135, and then he went on to talk about O'Shaquie Foster and Navarrete. So he just want to fight some good fights. I like Raymond Ford. He got Thomas Matisse in front of
Ray
him.
Savage.
Man, it's gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Ray Ford. After Saturday, we got to see if he'll be able to campaign for the IBF after the vacant IBF is. They had that fight in May, so he'll probably fight for the IBF.
Right.
Yeah, and I did want to ask. So,
you all good, Xavier. Shout out to you, bro. It's all good. You can rock with who you rock with. I like De Los Santos too. He's a good fighter. He gonna get all the credit, win, lose, or draw, bro. Bob say Keyshawn's the next Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, he did say that.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
I think he cooked if he fought yesterday.
Yeah, I will say. So I asked Grok. I don't know if you reported on the Shakur versus on the Shakur versus the potential Shakur versus Gary Antoine Russell matchup at 135. I don't know if you reported on that.
Yeah,
but
I talked about it.
I asked Grok. I don't know if you know who Grok is, the AI thing on X, about the fight and what you call it. And so I was talking about the hand speed, and it said that Shakur and Gary Antoine Russell both got a 10 out of 10 hand speed. And that they have different kind of speed.
Gary like
Shakur is twitchy, it's twitchy and snappy.
Yeah,
and it's like a sniper shot. Well, Gary's is like a machine gun.
Yeah, it's a combination thing. Sharp, good vision, reflexes, timing. Got a combination of things, right? Like that make him sharp and on point. But shout out to everybody, man, rocking out, man. This was a pop-up. I just popped up the build for a little bit, man. Good conversation for sure. Shout out to the Boxing Source and my guy Robert coming up to rock out with me, man.
Almost definitely. It gave the Gary Antoine Russell. It gave it Shakur 65-35. What is your all's take though? Like if that's the last thing. Like what's y'all take on that fight?
They ain't fighting at 135.
Yeah, if they were to fight at 135, like Gary said, he'd be willing.
Yeah, he'd be willing to go. Like, I think that'd be risky. Like, he'd be going in Shakur's world with that. I think it'd be an unnecessary dropping of weight, and that it could affect him. You know what I mean? Especially a guy that fight the way he do. But I don't know. Stylistically, he could be a tough fight for anybody. He stay in your face. He bring a lot of pressure. He's a really and
he get low. You know what I mean?
And so either way, 135, 140, he can make it a fight, but 140 is definitely tougher for Shakur, in my opinion, because he ain't been up there. And if Gary got to go down to 35 and sacrifice and, lose extra weight, I could see that being a challenge in and of itself. But he said he can do it, but we know a lot of fighters be willing to put themselves through all types of shit to make a fight. But I respect him for saying it. I respect Corey for challenging Tio at 140, you know what I mean? Or even that if the money was right, like long as the money makes sense, he'll fight at 40 even. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy when he says it, somebody go right to saying, see, that just means he don't want to fight saying the money right. No, the hell it don't. When you see what the hell just happened with De Los Santos, not saying that it's going to happen in Shakur, but don't tell me when a guy say, as long as the money right, because we know the games that they play. So, and bro, you want me to fight that person, or if that opportunity is there, the check better be right. That's all I mean. The check better be right, because that's a risk, and I know he know it is. That's my guy, and I know that's a tough ass fight. You jump up to 140 and you fight that damn aggressive. Gary Antoine is a dog, man. I like him a lot. But again, man, shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all rocking out, man. Y'all can get y'all final words if y'all want, man. And we gonna wrap up for the night, and I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Y'all already know.
Oh man, we got a lot of action coming up this weekend, so just look forward to it. Of course, with the unification in Atlantic City and the Pro Box card in the DC area. So just continue to support the fights and the fighters.
For sure, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, man. Just keep supporting the fighters. Keep watching. Keep watching the sport that you enjoy, and yeah, man. It's always good. Always good boxing talk, man. And God bless, man.
Yeah,
God bless everybody.
Shout out to y'all boys, man. I'll be here at 4 p.m. Y'all free. Y'all feel free to stop through. We could chop it up. Y'all already know. You score his fight versus Puello. Potential on the rematch. Puello definitely beat him. He edged Gary Antoine for real. He just had a better game plan. I think Gary looked a little rough. I think he was trying too hard, and Puello took advantage.
Didn't Gary have a layoff?
Did he come off a layoff? I'm not sure, but I know that was that one.
But he wasn't sharp in that. He wasn't sharp in that.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't sharp like that at all. That was like his, I guess, obviously his roughest performance that I've seen him in for sure. And yeah, in the rematch, I think he could beat him though, because shit, he fought the way he fought, composed, like against Raya. I know different fighter, different style, but that's what he need, that temperament, and take that into the fight. It ain't like he don't got the talent and the skills to be able to beat a guy like Puello, but you needed the temperament to beat him. He was calm. He was picking his shots. He took advantage of your aggression against you because you was just trying to, push the pace and force the issue. So he took advantage of that piece to the Queen Lisa. But much love to y'all, bros, man. Appreciate the support. Shout out to everybody that's rocking out. And again, man, I'll see everybody tomorrow, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a blessed night, everybody.
You already know. Peace to my guys, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure.
All right, for sure.
Peace.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdueboxing shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.